9-minute stations. We're coming up on 9 minutes till airtime on my mark. 9-minute stations, 9 minutes till airtime. Stations, 8 minutes to 8 minute stations, 8 minutes till airtime. 8 minutes on my mark. 8 minutes till airtime stations, 8 minutes till airtime. Seven minutes till airtime stations, 7 minutes till airtime on my mark. 7 minutes till airtime stations, 7 minutes till airtime. Six minutes till airtime stations, 6 minutes till airtime on my mark. 6 minutes till airtime stations, 6 minutes till airtime. Five minutes till airtime stations, 5 minutes till airtime on my mark. 5 minutes till airtime stations, 5 minutes till airtime. 4 minutes till airtime stations. 4 minutes till airtime. On my mark. Mark. 4 minutes till airtime stations. 4 minutes till airtime. Minutes till airtime stations. 3 minutes till airtime. On my mark. Mark. 3 minutes till airtime stations. 3 minutes till airtime. Till airtime stations. 2 minutes till airtime. On my mark. Mark. 2 minutes till airtime stations. 2 minutes till airtime. "90 seconds till airtime stations. 90 seconds till airtime. On my mark. Mark. 90 seconds till airtime stations. 90 seconds. Minute till airtime stations. 1 minute till airtime. On my mark. Mark. 1 minute till airtime stations. 1 minute till airtime. Your final remaining cue will be at 15 seconds. Seconds on my mark. Mark. 30 seconds stations. "15 seconds till airtime stations. On my mark. Mark. 15 seconds. Have fun.
The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network. This is Carson-Newman basketball on the Eagle Sports Network.
Bush the tap, sends it in off the window with 0.6 seconds left.
We're getting you set for game day with the countdown to tip-off, powered by the Appalachian Electric Cooperative. Carson-Newman basketball is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. We're power with purpose. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric. providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that service built. By the Carson-Newman Chick-fil-A, Jefferson City eats more chicken. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By the Kate Insurance Agency, insuring your future since 1959. By the Tennessee National Guard, a generation of volunteers. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Let's go!
Now, here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Greetings, salutations, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you courtside to historic Frosty Holt Fieldhouse, where 10-5 Carson-Newman puts its 5-game win streak on the line against an here inside of Holt Fieldhouse. It's their longest home win streak since the span between the 16-17 season and the 17-18 season.
when the Eagles won 10 in a row at home. Should be an interesting one. Benedict, a lot of size, a lot of athleticism. Carson-Newman has the hot hand, winning 8 of their last 9 games and doing so all by double digits. Tip-off just a little under 9 minutes away, but before we get there, we check in with the Eagles headman. Chuck Benson's pregame comments. Head your way when the AEC countdown to tip-off returns after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
If you're looking for official Eagle merchandise, look no in the Carson-Newman bookstore. With a large selection of Carson-Newman gifts and apparel, you're sure to find something to please the entire family. From stuffed eagles to towel sets, sweatshirts, shorts, hats, and slippers, we literally have you covered from head to toe. We have just the item you're looking for no matter what the season. So whether you're an Eagle student, parent, alumni, or fan, shop us for everything orange and blue. Call 865-471-3539 for more information and store hours. We'll see you at the Carson-Newman bookstore.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
An interview with head coach Chuck Benson heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success. At the Cade Insurance Agency, our focus is you. At Cade Insurance, we're your local agents, real, live members of the community, only 2 blocks from Carson-Newman. We understand the importance of having the proper coverages for your vehicle, whether it be taking a drive through the Smoky Mountains or just driving around listening to your Eagles play. Our team at Cade Insurance can help you get the best coverages with the best companies at competitive prices. Call 865-475-3391 for a quote today, or visit CadeInsuranceAgency.com.
Time to check in with the Eagles head coach. Here's Chuck Benson alongside the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Back on the AEC countdown to tip-off. Carson-Newman, a surprise Monday night contest against the Benedict Tigers. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, this game gets added to the schedule last Thursday, and here you are set to tip off against a foe you've never faced in your tenure as a head coach and that Carson-Newman has never faced in its tenure as a basketball program. What's the prep been like getting ready for this game with a short turnaround from Saturday's win over Catawba, but also playing a game against somebody with 4 days' notice?
We've done the best we could with it. We did advanced scouting and got our scouting report put together, and our guys got their hands on that after our Catawba game on Saturday. And we got back together on Sunday afternoon and covered what we needed to cover. We'll do the same with our shoot-around and work today. But we'll go into tonight's game and focus more on what we can control and try to keep our focus on those things as opposed to what we don't know.
The 2 things that stick out to you about the Tigers, 1, their length, and 2, their rebounding. How do they use both of those things to flummox opponents as they've jaunted out to a 3-0 start?
Well, you know, their length and rebounding sort of go hand in hand. We've not faced a team that have had the offensive rebounding numbers like they've demonstrated they can total yet this season, but we need that kind of challenge. I think we've been doing a really good job with our defensive rebounding. It'll have to be extra good today because, you know, they are so determined to go get seconds and thirds. But I don't know if they've faced an opponent yet that will be as committed as we will to limiting that. I know that our defense will, or at least it has shown that it can impact the team's field goal percentages, which gives them more opportunities to get the offensive rebounds. But we've got to really just be focused and committed, which I think we will be, to limit their seconds and thirds and the efficiency when they do get their hands on them.
Feels like part of their strategy is you don't have to worry about shooting a good field percentage because this team is going to average 17 offensive rebounds a game and get the requisite second chance points. Is that true? Is that a fair assessment?
I think that is a fair assessment. I think they've built into their offensive scheme the fact that on those nights when shots aren't being made, they can still control their effort to go to the offensive glass. And so far up to this point, they've done it at a really, really elite level. Kudos to them for being wise enough to structure and make sure that their players understand that part of their offensive scheme.
Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. We talk rebounding. If you talk rebounding in this league, the teams that come to mind are Lincoln Memorial on the defensive glass, Tusculum on the offensive glass. How are they similar? How are they different in how they approach rebounding the basketball?
I think they, on the defensive side, they just trust their athletes to be athletes and go collect balls. But we are going to really emphasize to our guys, those that are designated to do so, to go and pursue misses and to give us seconds and thirds. On the flip of it, they use a lot of sort of a 3-out, 2-in offensive alignment, which puts two guys closer to the basket. And they're pretty good about sending 3.5 guys, maybe 4, to the glass. They're big. I mean, they're big, they're long, they're committed, and they've seen that it pays out for them. So they'll continue to do that if and when they get exposed, they might rethink things. But at this point, they have good reason to continue what they've been doing.
The guy that stands out is Taj Green, 18 points a night, averaging a double-double with 11 rebounds. Didn't have one in their last outing against Tuskegee. What sticks out to you about his skill set at 6'8", $195?
He puts me in the mind of our Bryant Thomas. He's very long, he's very mobile, and he's a guy that just seems to have a nose for the ball. He's in the mix, and so we know, his 18 and 10 or whatever is good. Also five offense rebounds a game, which is elite. So. Like I said, Kev, we have our hands full, but I think some of the lessons we've learned this year, even most recently in 2 of our last 3 games against Catawba, who got big, athletic, long frontline guys, I think it sort of sharpened us and prepared us better for this kind of opponent today.
All right, Chuck, pleasure as always. Good luck tonight against the Tigers.
Thanks, Kev.
Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Starting lineups headed your way on the AEC countdown to tip-off after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
With AEC's You Save Advantage program, take advantage and upgrade your home to save on energy. Eliminate large upfront investments and allow energy savings to provide the payments for energy upgrades on your bill. An AEC certified energy inspector visits your home to determine the options for energy efficiency. Then AEC installs the new energy efficiency measures and recovers its cost with a charge on your electric bill. Contact AEC today to start saving. AEC, we're power with purpose.
Don't go anywhere. Tip-off is next.
Left wing, skips it right corner. Cam Holmes wide open for a 3. Bang, bang!
When we return on the Eagles Sports Network. Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers.
You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
This
Wall is rolling down the middle of the lane, and he puts Daniel Zach on a poster.
is Carson-Newman men's basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
Right corner, open three, knocked down.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, Domino's, the Carson-Newman Chick-fil-A, by ShopCNEagles.com, by the Cape Insurance Agency, the Eagle Club, the Bible Insurance Agency, by Pepsi, the Tennessee National Guard, by Magaha Electric, InterDigital, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen. Now, here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Carson-Newman helps out of South Atlantic Conference play for a Monday matchup with the Benedict Tigers out of the SIAC. Adam Cavalier, glad you're with us here on the Eagles Sports Network. Skip Roberts running the show back inside of network control. And here are your starting fives for today's contest. Benedict trots out a lengthy starting five under the mentorship of Phil Jackson tonight. Head coach Artis Maddox did not make the trip. Starts with a 6'3" senior guard out of Sweetland, Maryland. That's Timothy Bing Jr. 12 points tonight for Bing and 5 assists tonight for the senior. Ty Segway joins him in the backcourt. 6'2" junior guard out of London, England, by way of S.L. Jones Christian Academy. Tyrese Mapp is the one of 3 forwards in the lineup. 6'4" junior out of West Palm Beach, Florida. 11.3 points and 7.7 rebounds per game. The man in the middle, Taj Green, senior out of Rome, Georgia, double-double machine, leading scorer at 18.3 points per game and 11.3 boards per game. Held without a double-double last time out against Tuskegee, but he is a double-double machine for the Tigers. Final starter is Jordan Rowley, 6'9" junior out of Hillsdale, New Jersey, 4.3 points, 6.0 boards a game for the sizable Benedict Tiger lineup. Eagles, same starting five that they have utilized every game this season, out there for a 16th straight night. Bryant Thomas, E.J. Bush, Ren Dyer, Luke Brennigan, and Tripp Davis. Carson-Newman garbed in the pristine home whites, blue numbers trimmed in orange on the front and backs. Road Royal Blues for the Tigers with yellow numbers trimmed in white. Thomas versus Rowley for the jump. Thomas deflects it into the backcourt, and the Eagles move right to left with the basketball against man-to-man defense to open up this contest. Bing pressuring Brennigan out at the head of the key, and he picks up a quick first personal. First on him, first on the Tigers. And 11 seconds in, Carson-Newman gets the ball out of bounds. Triggered into E.J. Bush, head of the key, handoff Brennigan there, around to the right wing, Dyer. Dyer drops it off Bush, right block. Backing down, Green kicks to Dyer, head of the key. Drives inside, gets to the right side of the lane, shoots from 10, and the bank open for Ren Dyer. 2-0, Eagles fire first. And Benedict brings it front court against this Eagle matchup zone. Segway over to the right wing for Bing, back across to Segway left wing. Segway drives inside, drop it off Rowley, middle of the lane. Rowley turns, right hand, baby hook, off the glass and good from the right block. 2-2, tied up. 19-13 to go in the first half. Bing will pick up Luke Brennigan full court and bring it across the timeline left side. Brennigan, chest pass, Tripp Davis right wing. Tries to lob, it's tipped up and taken away by Mapp. Mapp weaves his way front court, accelerates to the key, drops it off right wing Segway. Segway Euro stepping into the lane, feeds Green left block, tries for the reverse layup but draws a foul. And charge this to E.J. Bush, his first on Carson-Newman. Benedict loves to get it inside. The Tigers are respectable 46.9% from the field, but one of the country's best offensive rebounding teams. As Green bends his knee, shoots his 11th free throw of the season and makes his 10th. 3-2, Benedict the lead. 18:55 to go in the first half. One more free throw from Taj Green. Bends his knees. Second free throw's on the way. This one rattles home. 4-2, Benedict up. 1:05 into this one. Eagles work it from right to left. Brennigan across the timeline, picked up by Bing the entire way. Down to the right wing, Tripp Davis. Chest pass Thomas head of the key. Swings it to Brennigan left side. Brennigan hits Bush head of the key. 2 passes down in the right corner. Dyer drives the baseline, gets to the cup, lays it up with the right hand, and feathers it in off the glass. 4 for Rin Dyer. Eagles tie it at 4 apiece, 90 seconds in. Benedict goes left to right. Right point. Bing a 3. Back iron no good. Rebound punched out. Bush and Mapp collide. And a whistle and a foul on Rowley. Away from the basketball. His first, team second. Carson-Newman gets possession again. Benedict, for all of the Tigers' excellence inside, have not demonstrated the three-point shooting prowess here early in the season. No more than 5 made threes in a game. But again, very small sample size for Benedict, which just plays its 4th game here today. Eagles can retake the lead on this possession. Bush, left baseline, kicks Dyer head of the key. Pump fakes a 3. 2 passes into the right corner for Tripp Davis against the man defense. 10 to shoot. Davis drives inside. Left-hand leaner, won't drop. Whistle and a foul after the ball had caromed off the back iron, and it goes on Tyrese Mapp, his first, team's 3rd. And that sends Tripp Davis to the line to shoot a couple free throws. And Davis was on the lane. Thought that the foul was called on somebody else from his reaction, but he heads to the stripe to shoot a pair. First one is on the way for Davis, and it's off the back of the rim. Snaps a string of 12 consecutive makes from the line for Tripp Davis. He was a flawless 10 of 10 Saturday against Catawba, and now at best he can give the Eagles a 1-point lead. Second one, Davis adjusts, calmly converts, and it's a 5-4 Carson-Newman lead 2 minutes in. Eagle fans, AEC is your Touchstone Energy cooperative. Service you can trust and value you can depend on. Powering Mossy Creek for AEC, member-owned and service-driven. Rowley has it left block, turns, right hand, baby hook over Thomas. That's down for a deuce. Benedict going to work down low against the Eagles zone, and it's paid off. A 2-3 start from the field. Tigers up 6-5, 17:34 to play first half. Eagles on the offensive end. Bush into the lane, kicks Brennigan head of the key. Straight on threes up, back of the rim, no good. And the ball hits the shot clock, and that means it's ball out of bounds to Benedict. 17:27 to play first half. 6-5, Tigers the lead and the basketball. Both teams have made 2 shots. The difference right now, a solitary Benedict free throw. Tigers have it. Left wing with Segway. Drives the left baseline, gets underneath the basket, loops a pass up, and it's pilfered by Rin Dyer. Outlets it up the right sideline, Tripp Davis. Davis drops it off Thomas, left block, kicks Brennigan, left corner 3. Right iron, no. Rebound tussled for, loose, right side of the lane, and the Tigers come out of the fray with it. Mapp on the run. Mapp driving, and a whistle and a blocking foul called on Carson-Newman. Somebody wasn't set at the free throw line. It's Tripp Davis. His first, team second. Three's not falling tonight here for the Eagles. Couple good looks from Luke Brennigan, not going down from the corner in the top of the key. After a contest against Catawba where the Eagles shot 62% from long range. First 60% shooting night from 3 for the Eagles since 2017. 6-5, Benedict the lead. 3 minutes, 2 seconds in. Tigers inbound to Bing, right point. Bing motions with his right hand to call for his screen. He moves left around the green screen, gets down the right side of the lane, scoop up a shot, won't go. Rebound punched around. Bush comes away with it. Outlets it to Davis. Davis one-on-one, coasting to the cup, lays it in off the left side of the backboard. Tripp Davis up and down. He's got 3. Eagles retake the lead, 7-6. 16:35 to play in the first half. Back and forth action, 2 ties, 4 lead changes. Benedict goes downstairs for Green. His shot altered by Thomas, and the Eagles come out of the fray with the basketball. And shot clock did not reset. And Carson-Newman was firing a quick 3. So ball out of bounds to the far side for the Eagles. 7-6. Carson-Newman the lead, and the Eagles with the basketball. Good defense for CN. Benedict has missed its last 4 shots. Eagles trigger into Brennigan at the head of the key. Dribbles with his right hand against Bing. Now backs him down on the wing. Feeds Davis at the head of the key. Davis fires inside Bush, right block, leans in, shot up. It's blocked by Rowley. Out of bounds, goes back to Benedict. Solid defensive possession for the Tigers and a good swat by Jordan Rowley. His third block of the season. 7-6, Eagles lead. Benedict the basketball. 2 ties, 4 lead changes in the early going of this one. Bing at the head of the key. Crossover moves with 15 to shoot on Luke Brennigan at the top of the zone. Pulls the string on a 3, halfway down and out. Rebound batted around. Green comes up with it. He's stripped going up by Ren Dyer. Dyer up the right sideline, doesn't have numbers. Zips at Bush, head of the key. Back to Dyer, right baseline. Reverse layup, too strong. Bush a tap. Ball loose, head of the key. And Bing comes away with it at the timeline. Bing, the lob for Green, tries to throw it down, misses the alley-oop slam. Long rebound into the left corner. Bush corrals it. Over to Brennigan, up the right sideline to Davis. Eagles by 1. Frenetic pace here early. Brennigan, right point. Pump fakes the 3, draws Green into the air, shuffles around to the left wing, bounces Thomas left block, pumps, and Bing charges into him and will pick up his second personal and the team's 4th. Brings us to a break in the action. 15-20 to play in the first half. Entertaining basketball here inside of Holt. 7-6, Eagles lead the Tigers in this non-conference matchup. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
At the Kate Insurance Agency, our focus is you. The Kate Insurance Agency offers personalized protection plans to cover your auto, home, business, or life and health. At Kate Insurance, our goal is to partner with you in determining your insurance needs and to provide the best customer service. At Kate Insurance, we believe that loyalty is a quality that is earned. You are important to us. Call 865-475-3391 for a quote today or visit kateinsuranceagency.com.
Well, this one seemed bound for offense early. Both teams made 2 of their first 3 shots. But since then, the Eagles 1 of 5 from the floor, and the Tigers 1 of their last 9. Eagles up 7-6 with 15-20 to play in the first half. Bing still on the floor with 2 fouls for Benedict as the Eagles get it into Brennigan left wing. Dump it down to Bowen's left block, curls into the lane, kicks it Davis right corner. Pump fakes the 3, 10 to shoot. Davis 10 and 9 on the right wing. Left around the Butts screen, feeds Butts on the right block. 6 and 5, kick Davis, head of the key, NBA range 3, glances off the left iron. Bing the board left block for the Tigers. Benedict on the run front court. Kamara, right wing, bounces to Bing right point. Eagles get back in their zone. 4 round 1 for the Tigers as Bing stretches it back to the timeline and drops it off for Kamara right wing. Left hand dribbles to the head of the key, chest pass Map left wing. Into the high post for Bivens. Turns, passes Bing right wing. Bing wants a triple. Hand in his face, knocks it down. Ren Dyer defended it, but Timothy Bing cans his 3rd 3 of the season. And Benedict's up 9-7, snapping a 2-minute scoring drought. 14:25 to play in the first half. Eagles with a 2-minute scoring drought of their own. Bowens, head of the key. Chest pass Dyer left wing. Dyer moves right to the keyhole, feeds Butts right point, around to Davis right wing. He wants an open triple. That won't go down. Dyer's tap won't fall. Ball loose into the left corner, tracked down by Bing for the Tigers. Benedict onto the offensive end. Bivens pull up 3 straight on. Back iron bending out, no good. Dyer seizes the board left block for the Eagles. Carson-Newman brings it right to left, looking to stop a 2-minute 40-second scoring drought and tie this one up. Butts faces the basket left block, right hand dribbles, whistle, and a hold on Benedict. Charge it to Rowley. That's his 2nd, team's 5th. And Benedict letting its stars play through foul trouble. Bing and Rowley on the floor with 2. Now Lockett and Johnson off the bench to send at least Rowley to the bench. Map exits as well, as does Bing. So to sort things out, you've got Marshawn West out there with Johnson, Kamara, Lockett, and Bivens. Bowens, left baseline, drives inside, drops it off Butt's right block, takes it up and gets blocked by Johnson. Benedict on the hop front court. Kamara lost the handle on it down the right side of the lane. Brannigan scoops it up. Cut off by Lockett, feeds it to Dyer through the middle of the floor. Dyer lobs to Bowens right block. Bowens drives, dishes, left corner, Tripp Davis. Davis a left baseline drive. Gets to the cup, uses the left hand, and sends it in. Stops the 3-minute scoring drought for the Eagles and a string of 6 straight misses. Eagles tied at 9 with 13:15 to go in the first half. Tooth and nail affair between a 10-5 Carson-Newman team and an unbeaten 3-0 Benedict group. Kamara, right wing. Drives on Bowens, gets to the right baseline, gets into Butts and draws a foul. Butts stays down. It's probably no call, but he went airborne, and he picks up his first and the team's third. That sends Abubakar Kamara to the line, where he is 4 of 8 on the season. Kamara spins the ball into his left hand, shoots it with his right, and calmly sinks the first free throw to push Benedict back in front 10-9. Then back and forth. Neither team has led by more than 2 here in the first 6 minutes and 56 seconds of this one. 3 ties, 5 lead changes. Second free throw from Kamara. Back iron, no. Bowen snares the rebound on the right side of the lane. 10-9 the lead for the Tigers at the 13-minute mark. Eagles one of their last 7 from the field. Tigers one of their last 9. Seeing shooting 31%, Benedict 25. Bowen set of the key, and he walked with the basketball. Bowen's just a second too late initiating his dribble, and the Eagles give it away for a second time. 10-9, Benedict the lead and the basketball with 12:47 to play in the first half. West over to the right wing for the blue-clad Tigers. Skips it left side wing, Bivens. Brannigan there with a high hand at the top of the zone. Bivens, crossover move, gets into the keyhole, moves down the right side of the lane. Tough off-balance leaner, won't drop. Davis scoops up the rebound on the right block for the Eagles. Davis races front court, gets it to the right corner. Ren Dyer, catch and shoot 3, airball it well, strong. Malachi Johnson rips the rebound away on the left block for the Tigers. Eagles one of their last 9 from the floor. Kamara down the right side of the lane. Tough shot, won't drop. Dyer elevates for the rebound, and he gets shoved as he goes airborne by Johnson. His first, team 6. Eagles shooting free throws the rest of the way. Seeing one of its last 8 from the floor. Benedict one of its last 11. Both teams shooting below 30% from the field. Benedict has the 10-9 lead with 12:13 to go in the first half. Eagles +2 on the glass against a Benedict team that has been +10 against its opposition this year. Butts, head of the key for Carson-Newman, swings it to Brannigan left side. Brannigan, crossover dribble on Johnson, bounces to Butts left block, kicks it out, Davis right wing, extra pass, Dyer right corner. Dyer feeds inside, and that's out of bounds. And that brings us to a break in the action. Eagles turn it over for a second time in 3 possessions. And they trail by 1 heading into this break. 11:51 to play first half. Benedict 10, Carson-Newman 9. We return to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
Protect your home from unwanted electrical surges like lightning. AEC can install a surge protection device at your electric meter. The device works by diverting excess voltage either back into the system or to the ground. AEC also offers power strips for use inside your home to protect electronics and other items. The cost of this protective service from AEC is $9.95 per month. Ordering today affords you no connection fee. AEC. We're power with purpose.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
10-9, Benedict the lead and the basketball with 11:40 to play in the first half. Bivens wants a right wing 3, and he rattles that one home. Largest lead of the day for either team. Benedict ahead by 4, 13-9 with 11:30 to play in the first half. Benedict, 26.7% shooting from the field, while the Eagles are 28.6%. Defense, the name of the game here early. Bush in the middle of the lane, tosses up with the right hand and draws a foul. He heads to the line to shoot 2 after Malachi Johnson picks up his second and the team's 7th. The question for Carson-Newman is, can it take advantage of the Tigers' foul trouble? 3 players with a pair of personals here in the first half, including 2 starters and Bing and Rowley. First free throw for Bush rainbows in. That stops a 2-minute scoring drought for the Eagles. Makes it a 13-10 ball game in favor of the Tigers. 3 ties, 5 lead changes. It has been seesaw. Neither team is led by more than 4 here in the opening 8 minutes and change. Second free throw for Bush. Flicks it up. That one's no good off the front of the rim. Green elevates to grab the rebound. And Benedict maintains a 3-point lead with 11:10 to play in the first half. The Brennigan brothers, Bush, Thomas, and Dyer on the floor for Carson-Newman. Green has it, right point. Brennigan there with a high hand, passes across the perimeter, out of bounds to the far sideline. Both Bivens and West cut in different directions from the pass, and it goes out of bounds for Benedict's second turnover. 13-10, Tigers the lead. Eagles can tie with a triple on this possession, but they turn it over. Dyer couldn't handle a pass left wing, and Hitchens runs away with it. Hitchens down the middle of the lane has a blocking foul drawn on Rin Dyer. No continuation. He did make a runner. First on Dyer, 4th on the Eagles, as Carson-Newman turns it over for a 4th time and a 3rd time in the last 3 minutes. Eagles haven't made a shot in 2.5 minutes. Just 1 make for the Eagles in the last 5. They're only down by 3 as a holding foul is charged to Carson-Newman's Nick Brennigan as Benedict was getting ready to inbound. First on Brennigan, 5th on the Eagles as Tripp Davis checks in for Nick Brennigan. Inbounds comes from the right baseline, and Beedelman into the right corner for Hitchens. Pulls up, right wing 3, missed it well long. Bush the rebound, left side of the lane. Eagles sprint front court. Davis gliding to the rim. His layup whistles in off the backboard. Carson-Newman pulls within a point, 13-12. 10:30 to play in the first half. 3 ties, 5 lead changes. Neither team's led by more than 4. Benedict with the basketball front court. Right wing, pull up 3. Hitchens missed it off the front of the 10. Long rebound into the right corner. Touched off out of bounds by Jerome Bivens into the Carson-Newman bench, and it goes back to the Eagles. Hey, Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles, so when you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Get a large 1-topping pizza for $5.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's, it's the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Cian looks to retake the lead on this possession. Brennigan left wing, hits Bush head of the key. Chest pass Davis right wing. Davis gets a screen from Thomas, doesn't take it, curls into the middle of the lane, and passes out to the head of the key Dyer. Down inside Bush, turns, right-hand jumper, off the mark, well defended. Offensive rebound grabbed by Thomas. Hits Brennigan head of the key, straight on 3, halfway down and out. Rattles out to Lockett at the free throw line. Lockett on the way to the rim. His layup won't go. Whistle and a foul called on Bryant Thomas, colliding with him after the shot was taken. First on Thomas, 6th on the Eagles. And 2 free throws here for Jaden Lockett. Well, teams playing exceptional defense here early. Eagles have limited Benedict to 23.5% shooting. Carson-Newman being limited to 29.4% shooting as Lockett rattles in the first free throw. Eagles 0 of 6 from long range, Benedict 2 of 7. And that's the reason for this small edge in favor of the Tigers. Benedict, 1 more free throw for Lockett to stretch out this 2-point lead. For all these misses, team's not getting a ton of offensive rebounding. That's the caliber of both Carson-Newman and Benedict's defensive rebounding. Second free throw goes in. Lead extended back to 3 for the Tigers. 15-12 with 9:40 to play in the first half. Bush over the timeline center court for the Eagles. Gets it to Brennigan right wing. Brennigan holds the ball, feeds Thomas on the right block. 1 dribble, spins right hand hook, strong. Off the left iron. Bivens snares the rebound, left block for the Tigers. Bing into the front court. Drives, dishes, right corner. Lockett wants a 3, left it short. Long rebound, grabbed by Bing. His second chance blocked by Thomas. Davis the rebound, and he weaves his way up the floor. He's fouled from behind by Jerome Bivens. His first, team's 8th, 1-and-1 situation for Tripp Davis. If either one of these teams could find some offensive footing, which is easier said than done given the Eagles' persistent zone and Benedict's length, you feel like this one could burst out of control in a hurry. Tigers, one of their last 8 from the field. Eagles shooting 27.8%. And Davis to the stripe to shoot 1 plus the bonus. Davis bends the knees, front end of the 1-and-1, bends in. Somehow got that one to drop. It was long and sneaking off to the left, but it caught the perfect part of the rim to bounce up high and then drop through the nylon. One more free throw for Tripp Davis. He leads the way with 8 points. Second free throw. Davis swirls that one home. 9 for Tripp. A night after a season high 24. And the Eagles are within 1. 15-14 with 9:16 to go in the first half. Benedict having to play through foul trouble. Bing, Rowley, and Johnson, all with 2 personals apiece. Here in the first half, Rowley and Bing starters. Benedict with the basketball front court, looking to extend a 1-point lead. They've missed their last 4. Bing over the left wing, Segway. Flicks the ball into the high post, left elbow, pass tossed out to the right wing, Bivens. 8 to shoot. Bivens leaps, slides it inside, but Thomas pilfers it. Outlets it to Davis. 2-on-1 break. Davis shaking his defender, lays it in with the left hand. It's blocked by Mapp off of the backboard, and Mapp called for the goaltend. First goaltend called on a Carson-Newman opponent this season, and the Eagles retake the lead. 16-15 with 8:48 to play in the first half. So Benedict called for goaltending. Davis already into double figures with 11. 16-15 Eagles with 8:45 to play in the first half. Tigers onto the offensive end. Bivens, right elbow, turns and shoots from 15, knocks down a tough one. Benedict retakes the lead and snaps a 2-minute 50-second string without a bucket. 17-16 Tigers, 8:30 to play first half. Eagles move it right to left. Davis, chest pass Nick Brennigan left wing. Sizes up Segway, feeds Bush out of the key. Back to Davis right wing, and a whistle and a foul away from the basket. No, check that, 3 in the key. Called on Bryant Thomas. Tripp Davis was wide open on the right wing, ready to shoot a 3, but Bryant Thomas camped out too long in the paint. Ball goes back to Benedict with a 1-point lead. Bing, right wing, picked up by Nick Brennigan at the top of the zone, weaves around a screen, tosses a pass out of the key. Davis steals it. Davis rolling to the rim, lays it in uncontested for his 13th point. Eagles back in front, 18-17, 8:02 to play in the first half. Third turnover of the day for the Tigers leads to an easy bucket for the Eagles. Under 8 to play, Carson-Newman has swapped leads for an 8th time. Down the right side of the lane goes Segway. Off balance, Leaner won't drop. Rebound poked around, loose on the right wing, grabbed by Bing. Second chance for the Tigers. Bing, chest pass to Bivens left point. Pull up, NBA range triple. Back iron, no. Long rebound into the left corner. Grabbed by Mapp. His layup won't fall, but he's fouled from the left side. Charge this one to Bryant Thomas. Now the Eagles with a player in foul trouble. That's his second, team's 7th. Tigers shooting free throws, and when we return to Holt. 7:36 to play in the first half. Carson-Newman 18, Benedict 17. Back to Holt after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
7:36 left in the first half. An 18-17 lead for Carson-Newman over Benedict. But Tyrese Mapp is at the stripe, shooting 2 for the Tigers. His first free throw is short off the front of the 10. has one more and a chance to tie it up at 18 apiece. Defense has been the name of the game. Carson-Newman 35% shooting. Benedict 22.7. Second free throw. Mapp leaves it long. Rebound rattles out to McElhaney in the middle of the lane. And the Eagles now have to contend with some 2-2-1 full court zone pressure from the Tigers. Eagles break it, get it to Nick Brennigan left wing. Drop it off to Butts left block. Faces the basket, turns into the lane, rotates left, shoots with the right hand, won't fall, but Bowens from the right side tips it in. Carson-Newman has its biggest lead of the game at 3, 20-17, 7:13 to go in the first half. 3 ties, 8 lead changes. Neither team has led by more than 4. It's been back and forth and close the entire way. Tigers with it front court. Green, right elbow, shoots from 15, left it long. Bowens elevates to pull in the rebound with an outstretched right hand. Davis across the timeline right side. Eagles get in their half-court set. McElhaney, left wing, one right-hand dribble, 2 passes around to the right wing for Tripp Davis. Drop it off for Butts right baseline. Faces the basket, works in on Bivens, gets stripped from behind by Bing, gathers it back in, hits Davis running the left side of the lane, flicks it up with the left hand, and somehow Davis finds the bottom of the cup with a circus shot. Stumbling, bumbling, and good for 2. Eagles on a 6-0 run. They're up by 5. Benedict onto the offensive end. Green, right wing, gets it between the rings for Bing. Bing working on Brennigan, switches it to the right wing. There's a 3, airballed by Mapp. Eagles bench loving the defensive effort. Bowens the rebound as Cian races front court. Davis drives inside. Dropped it off for Butts left baseline. Butts too hot to handle, loses it out of bounds for the Eagles' 6th turnover. 22-17, Carson-Newman by 5. That's the biggest lead of the day for either team. Hey, Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals that the Lakeway region has to offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen, it is the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Benedict trying to stop a 2.5-minute scoring drought and a streak of 4 straight misses from the field. Kamara, left wing, high-low lob to Green left block, rotates past Butts, and Butts fouls him after he got shook on the play. Strong spin move from Green going to the left-hand side, and Butts picks up his 2nd and the team's 8th. So some foul trouble for the Eagles' bigs. Butts and Thomas both likely on the bench for the remainder of the first half with 2 personals as Dima Bykov comes off the bench set to check in, as do Rindire and Luke Brennigan. So Green, a pair of free throws as a result of the Butts foul. The first one's up and rattling home. Front iron, backboard, and down through the nylon. 22-18, that stops a 6-0 Eagle run and cuts the deficit to 4 for the Tigers. Still without a bucket from the field, though, in the last 2:50. Second free throw from Taj Green. Couple right-hand dribbles, make it 3. Green bends the knees, sends the second free throw up, and he calmly sinks it. 22-19, Eagles by a triple. 5:45 to play in the first half. Bowens over the timeline, center court for Carson-Newman. Dribbles to the right wing and looks to hand off. Finds Brennigan right corner. Brennigan curls left around a screen, gets it to Bykov out of the key. Swing it left wing, Dyer. Dyer drives on Bing, zips a pass, right corner Davis, drives the baseline, gets to the cup, lays it up with the left hand, and sends it in off the window. Tripp Davis doing work. 17 in the first half. He's 7 of 10 from the field, and a lead back to 5 for the Eagles. 24-19, 5:15 to go in the first half. Benedict onto the offensive end. Kamara, left point. Finds Bing, right wing. Bing calls for Bivens to set a screen, moves left around at the head of the key, pops the triple, missed it long off the heel. Green taps the rebound to himself, second chance. Green, left baseline, flips it out to Kamara, left wing. Kamara cuts inside, drives the middle of the lane, right-hand teardrop won't fall, whistle and a foul, and charge this to whom? To Tyler Bowens. Didn't see the contact there, his first, team's 9th, and the foul was for Bowens, holding Green on the rebound. Pardon me. Well, Jeff Fancher said shoot 2, while Jared Torrance said 1 and 1. So the officials communicate. Great work by this crew, helmed by Jeff Fancher, and Green will shoot 1 plus the bonus. Front into the 1 and 1, rattles out, no good. Dyer skies for his 5th rebound. And the Eagles maintain a 5-point lead, bring it right to left. Benedict hasn't made a shot in over 3.5 minutes. Brennigan Finds Bykov head of the key. Chest pass, Tripp Davis, right wing. Davis drives on Lockett, gets to the right baseline, gets to the cup, airmails the bunny, and Kamara seizes the rebound. Bing on the hop front court, gets to the free throw line, pirouettes around, loses it to Rin Dyer. Dyer floats over the middle of the floor, drives down the middle of the lane, drops it off for Bowen's right block. Bowen's tied up. Jump ball, possession arrow, gives it to Benedict. So the Eagles turn it over for a 7th time, and the ball goes back to the Tigers with Cian up by 5. The Cade Insurance Agency is one of the oldest and most experienced insurance agencies in the Lakeway region. Visit CadeInsuranceAgency.com or call 865-475-3391 for a quote today. That's CadeInsuranceAgency.com. Benedict hasn't hit a shot in the last 4:18. Eagles are up by 5. Lockett, right baseline, trapped by Bykov and Dyer. Passes across the baseline, and it's intercepted by Tyler Bowens for the Tigers' 6th turnover. Eagles get it front court. Lockett hounding Brennigan man-to-man left wing. Brennigan accelerates around him to the left baseline, curls out into the left corner, lobs to Bowens left wing. Bowens drives inside, gets the cup, right-hand finger roll, too strong off the window. Green grabs the rebound, his 4th. And the Tigers bring it front court, trailing by 5, looking for their first made bucket in 4.5 minutes. Left wing. Lockett has the basketball, guarded by Dyer at the top of the zone. Lockett zings a pass down to the right block. Up and under move. Rowley's shot is strong. Brennigan and Green battling for the rebound, and Brennigan takes it away from him. The strength for the Greenville native to take it away from the 6'9" Benedict post. Eagles the other way. Dyer left corner a 3. That's cash. Rin Dyer puts the Eagles up by 8, and Benedict calls for time. 3:11 to play in the first half. It's Carson-Newman 27, the Tigers 19. It's an 11-2 Eagle burst to get up by 8, and we're back to hold after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
My name is Cadet Amber Calvillo. I'm in the 278th in the Army National Guard, and I currently go to Carson-Newman. I joined the Tennessee Army National Guard for the experience mainly, so I can say that I'm a part of something totally bigger than myself.
Text 278-ACR to 70000 to join the Tennessee Army National Guard.
An 11-2 run for Carson-Newman to jump ahead by 8, 27-19 with 3:04 to play in the first half. Benedict hasn't scored in 2.5 minutes, haven't hit a shot since the 8:39 mark. Eagles defense doing the job. Bing down the left side of the lane, drop it off left block, whistle, and a blocking foul called on Dima Bykov. It's his first, team's 10th. Doesn't matter whether Bing was in the act of shooting, he heads to the line to shoot 2. And Bing will try to snap a 2-minute, 55-second scoring drought here for the Tigers. Bing spins the ball into his left hand, shoots it with his right, and calmly sinks the first free throw. So that brings a halt to the Tigers' 2-minute, 55-second scoring drought. Eagles are ahead 27-20. Second free throw, Bing, smooth as silk, 6-point game. 27-21. Eagles with 2:50 to play in the first half. Cian breaks Benedict's pressure, gets it into the front court. Brennigan drops it off Dyer left corner, drives the baseline, now pulls up for a 17-foot 2, and Dyer, smooth as silk, from just inside the three-point arc in the left corner. Dyer with 8. That's the Eagles' lead. 29-21 with 2:30 to play in the first half. Benedict onto the offensive end. Right point, Green with the basketball. Flips it into the right corner for Lockett. Lockett, a bounce down low to Rowley right block. Kicks it out, head of the key, Hitchens. Hitchens turns, passes to Bing left wing. 10 to shoot. Bing, between the legs dribble, pulls up, straight on 3, buries it. 8 for Bing. Lead down to 5 for the Eagles. 29-24 with 2:04 to play in the second half. Eagles work it from right to left. Brennigan Over to Bykov, right point, drops it off Davis, right wing. Davis with 17 first half points, feeds Bush head of the key. Round to the left wing, Brennigan, right around a Bush screen, finds Dyer left corner. Dyer catch and release, the three. Back iron, no. Hitchens grabs the board on the right baseline for the Tigers. Benedict down by 5 onto the offensive end. Right point, Bing. Handles the basketball, moves left around the screen, gets it into the left corner. Pump fake a 3 by Hitchens, drives the baseline, feathers up a shot from 15 and rattles it home. Benedict, after a string of 8 straight misses, has made its last 2 and climbed within 3. 29-26, 79 seconds left in the first half. Eagles front court. Bush, head of the key. Switches it to Davis, right wing. Drop it off for Brennigan in the right corner. Brennigan, lob to Bush running the right baseline. Had to save it in to Lockett. Lockett on his horse down the right side of the lane. Gets to the cup. Right hand leaner won't fall. But a whistle and a foul. A push on Dima Bykov. That's his second. Team's 11th. 2 free throws for Benedict. Benedict, in spite of shooting 24% from the field, is able to get to the charity stripe, and that's where the Tigers have been able to make up some difference in this one by making 9 of 13 free throws, make it 10 of 14 as Ivan Hadjic checks in for his first half minutes of the season, replacing Dima Bykov. Eagles in this situation with Butts, Thomas, and Bykov all in foul trouble. One more free throw for Lockett. He can make it a 1-point game. A 6-0 Benedict run, make it 7-0 as he knocks down the second free throw. 29-28 Eagles with 62 seconds left in the first half. The Eagles used an 11-2 run to grab an 8-point lead, but Benedict has countered with a 7-0 burst over the last 71 seconds to get within a point. 29-28 Eagles with 55 seconds left in the first half. Davis has the basketball, right wing. Lobs it to Hadjic, right block. Back to the basket on Bivens. Turns, passes Dyer left wing. Touch pass left corner. Brennigan threes up. Strong off the right iron. Green taps the rebound to himself on the left block. Benedict races front court looking to extend a 7-0 run. Bivens pass into the right corner. Deflected out of bounds into the Carson-Newman bench. And it stays with the Tigers. Eagles haven't scored in 2:02. Benedict's rattled off a 7-0 run to close that 8-point Eagle lead. Bing. Chest pass. Left wing for Hitchens. His pass across the perimeter stolen by Davis. Davis racing to the rim, and he throws it down with the left hand. Second career dunk for Tripp Davis. And it's a 31-28 Eagle lead with 23.6 seconds left. Tripp Davis, the steal, the streak, and the jam to stop the 7-0 Benedict run. 31-28 Eagles lead it. Benedict over the timeline right side with Timothy Bing Jr. Shot clock turned off. Eagles defense wants a stop before the half lets out. Bing motions with his right hand on the right point. 5 and 4. Bing, 3-2, gonna pull it from the right point. 3, rattles out, no good. Hadjic grabs the rebound, and that is how the first half comes to a close. Defensive-minded basketball here inside of Holt Fieldhouse. It adds up to a 31-28 halftime lead for the Eagles over the Benedict Tigers. The difference, that 11-2 run for the Eagles, just a smidge greater than the Tigers' 7-0 burst to close back in. CN limits Benedict to 23.3% shooting in the first half. Tigers able to make up some ground by going 11 of 15 at the charity stripe. ShopCNEagles.com halftime reports up next after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit InterDigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
AEC is a distributor for Marathon energy-efficient water heaters. We offer 30-gallon to 105-gallon tanks. Marathon water heaters are durable, lightweight, and warranted not to leak as long as you own your home. Foam insulation allows these thermal storage units to provide long-lasting temperature control. Marathon's lightweight tank is easier to maneuver and position. And the bowl-shaped tank bottom allows complete sediment drain. AEC, we're power with purpose.
It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the ShopSeeingEagles.com halftime report in just 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the choice for all your electric projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
The number one source for Carson-Newman athletics gear, ShopSeeingEagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. ShopSeeingEagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopSeeingEagles.com.
It's halftime. Stats, a check of the ShopSeeingEagles.com sack scoreboard. And interviews are all headed your way.
Anderson down the left side of the lane, gliding to the rim, and he thunders it down with two hands. He puts Cody on a poster.
But now here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Carson-Newman with the 31-28 lead at the halftime break, thanks to a two-man show. Here is the Eagles lead by a triple at the break over Benedict. Tripp Davis, 19 first-half points. Ren Dyer, 9 first-half points. The rest of the Eagles have 3. 1 from E.J. Bush, 2 from Tyler Bowens. Tripp Davis, Ren Dyer going to work. They are a combined 12 of 20 from the field. The rest of the team is 1 for 11. So Davis and Dyer carrying the water. An off-shooting night for Luke Brennigan after he went for 22 on Saturday at Catawba. He's 0 for 4 from beyond the arc and has had some good looks. While E.J. Bush and Bryant Thomas have combined to shoot 3 shots, Benedict has done a nice job with its length inside. It's been the Eagles being able to get up and down and beat the defense back that has generated smidges of offense for the Eagles. Carson-Newman does shoot 41.9% in the first half. And unless the Eagles just torch the Nets after halftime, this will snap a string of 4 straight games for Carson-Newman, shooting better than 50%, or pardon me, 5 straight games, shooting better than 50% from the field. Benedict came in, out-rebounding opponents by 10 a game. They're up by 1 in the rebounding battle at the half on Carson-Newman, outboarding the Eagles 23-22. 8 offensive rebounds for a Benedict team that shot 23.3% from the field in the first half. That's 7 of 30. You think, why is Carson-Newman only up by 3 when the Eagles outshoot a team 41% to 23%? Only 1 more shot taken by Carson-Newman. There's that. Benedict has had a ton of success getting to the free throw line. Tigers 11 of 15 at the charity stripe, and that has helped make up for some of the deficit to counter what is an off-shooting night for the Tigers. Timothy Bing leads Benedict in scoring. He has 8. Carson-Newman has done a nice job on Taj Green. The leading scorer for the Tigers came in averaging 18 and 11. They've kept him largely off the scoring column, just 4 points at the break on 4 of 5 shooting, or 4 of 5 shooting from the free throw line. He hasn't made a shot from the field. He's 0 of 4. But haven't kept him off the glass. 7 boards, including 4 offensive rebounds. Came in averaging 5 offensive boards a game. And CN has so far been unable to impact him on the back line. Now, some of that foul trouble among the Eagles' posts. Joshua Butts has 2. Bryant Thomas with 2. Dima Bykov with 2. So the middle forward position on that back line of Carson-Newman's defense. Not the usual suspects among those three. And Ivan Hadjic, the Canisius transfer, getting his first half minutes of the season as a result. But Rindire and Tripp Davis have combined for 28 of the Eagles' 31 points. Those two carrying the water en route to this halftime lead for Carson-Newman. Smattering of action around the league. We'll go through that. ShopSeeingEagles.com scoreboard updates headed your way after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
If you're looking for official Eagle merchandise, look no further than the Carson-Newman Bookstore. With a large selection of Carson-Newman gifts and apparel, you're sure to find something to please the entire family. From stuffed eagles to towel sets, sweatshirts, shorts, hats, and slippers, we literally have you covered from head to toe. We have just the item you're looking for no matter what the season. So whether you're an Eagle student, parent, alumni, or fan, shop us for everything orange and blue. Call 865-471-3539 for more information and store hours. We'll see you at the Carson-Newman Bookstore.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
A check of the ShopCNEagles.com SAC scoreboard is next. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
At the Cade Insurance Agency, our focus is you. At Cade Insurance, we're your local agents, real, live members of the community, only 2 blocks from Carson-Newman. We understand the importance of having the proper coverages for your vehicle, whether it be taking a drive through the Smoky Mountains or just driving around listening to your Eagles play. Our team at Cade Insurance can help you get the best coverages with the best companies at competitive prices. Call 865-475-3391 for a quote today, or visit CadeInsuranceAgency.com.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
The Eagle Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a ShopSeeingEagles.com scoreboard update. Now back to the arena.
Halftime in Holt. Carson-Newman leads Benedict 31-28 at the halftime break. Eagles looking for a 6th straight win for the first time since the 17-18 season. Eagle fans, check out Carson-Newman Athletics' official online store at ShopSeeingEagles.com. ShopSeeingEagles.com features more than 1,100 products from T-shirts and polos to phone skins and pet collars. ShopSeeingEagles.com. It is the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Well, Carson-Newman women's basketball tested on the road today. Earlier at Coker, Eagles down by 14 at the Deloach Center, but Carson-Newman rallies and downs the Cobras 71-66, outscoring Coker in every quarter after the first. Also on the women's side, Newberry downs Lenore Ryan at home 72-61. It's Wingate prevailing at home over Mars Hill 87-65. That's the Lady Eagles' next opponent. And Catawba goes on the road to beat Queens 74-59. So the entirety of the action sewn up on the women's side of the league tonight. On the men's side, one game has gone final. Queens throttles Anderson on the road 86-60. That was a tight game over at Curry Arena when the teams met a couple weeks ago. Anderson fell in overtime. Royals leave no doubt here today against Jeff Brookman's club 86-60. Mars Hill has traveled to Lenore-Rhine to take on the Bears, and that one's a tight one. 7:17 to play in the first half. It is an 18-17 lead for the Mountain Lions of Mars Hill. Javante Cook has scored 8 points to lead the way for MHU, while both teams struggling to make shots. Mars Hill 38.9% from the field. The Bears 36.8%. Both teams taking pretty good care of the basketball, but the Bears stars not up to their typical stuff. Mason Hawks leading the way with 6. Mars Hill is Carson-Newman's next opponent. Eagles take on the Lions twice on Wednesday and Thursday. Home on Wednesday, road on Thursday. So have an eye on that one through the remainder of the night as the Lions look to score a road upset over the Lenore-Rhine Bears. Here inside of Holt Fieldhouse, Carson-Newman has a 31-28 lead on the Benedict Tigers in non-conference action in a defensive-minded first half of basketball. Which team can find some offensive traction? Second half action heads your way after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeingeagles.com today.
Since 1916, a lot of independent agents have recommended auto owners insurance, and a lot of parents have taken that recommendation to heart. So have a lot of their children, and grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. As we celebrate our first 100 years, Auto Owners Insurance thanks all those who have put their trust in us, and all the generations who will.
This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Goes top of the key. Pull up 3 on the way. Got it. Charlie Clark dialing long distance with impunity.
On the Eagles Sports Network.
I joined the Guard for the simple fact that I could be home and also in the military. So I can have a civilian job and also in the military.
Final!
I would tell somebody who's trying to join the Guard or thinking about it that it's a great opportunity. Opportunities for school, training, discipline, leadership. There's a lot of opportunities. It broadens your spectrum.
Text 278-ACR to 70000 to join the Tennessee Army National Guard.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We've got a quality contractor network, easy financing, and ANC inspects every job to assure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aecoop.org for application, contractor list, and more details. AEC, we're power with purpose.
31-28 Eagles up at the halftime break. Before we get the second half started, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Eagles Sports Network. Adam Cavalier courtside at Holt Fieldhouse. Skip Roberts running the show back inside of network control. A 31-28 halftime lead for Carson-Newman over Benedict. As the Eagles trot out Brennigan, Dyer, Bryant Thomas, Tripp Davis, and E.J. Bush. Dyer and Davis combining for 28 for the Eagles. Rest of the team with 3 points. We'll see if Carson-Newman can get some others involved in the action. As Benedict brings out Segway, Bing, Mapp, Green, and Rowley. Bush has it right baseline, backing down Green, turns into the lane, shoots over top of Green. Shot won't drop. Thomas an offensive rebound, kicks out Brennigan. Right point threes up, back iron no. Rebound batted around, still loose left side of the lane. Rowley corrals it for Benedict. 2 looks for the Eagles in the first 20 seconds of the second half. No points. Benedict brings it front court. Green spinning, middle of the lane. Right hand, shot won't drop. Davis snares the rebound, middle of the lane for the Eagles. Carson-Newman on the hop left to right. Davis accelerating in the paint, kicks Bush, head of the key, around to Dyer, left corner. The three, bullseye! Rin Dyer, second Eagle into double figures. He has 12 off his second make from range, and Carson-Newman doubles the advantage. 34-28, 19:05 to play second half. Benedict with it on the offensive end, moving right to left in blue road jerseys, yellow numbers trimmed in white. Bing into the high post for Green. Jab step on Thomas, moves his way to the left block, turns, right hand, bunny, won't go. Bush yanks down the rebound for the Eagles. Cian floats it up the floor. The outlet, Thomas running the right side of the lane. Chase down block from Green from behind. And Bing comes away with it. Bing accelerates into the front court. Down the left side of the lane he goes. Tosses it up with the right hand. It will not fall, but he's fouled and charge it to Rin Dyer. It's called with his second, team's first. 2 free throws for Timothy Bing. And free throws, the reason that Benedict staying tight. Tigers just shooting 21.9% from the field. They got to the line 9 more times than the Eagles in the first half and have made 7 more free throws to help make up some of the deficit. Bing's first one rattles out over the right iron, no good. 1 more free throw. At best, he can make it a 5-point game. Bing. Couple right-hand dribbles, spins the ball into his left hand, shoots it with his right, and calmly adjusts to make the second free throw. 34-29, Eagles by 5 with 18:36 to play in the second half. Bush over the timeline right side, gets it to Davis on the right wing. Davis, high-low lob to Bush right baseline, kick out Davis right wing, open look at a three. Dead-eye for Tripp Davis. Davis dialing long distance. Eagles up by 8, 37-29. 18-16 to go in the second half. Segue the other way, misses a right wing three. Thomas, the rebound right side of the lane. Eagles sprint left to right. A 6-1 start to the second half. Brennigan into the post, gets it to Dyer left wing. Feeds Bush left block, kick Brennigan. Chest pass Dyer left wing. Hand in his face, the three, short. Defensive rebound, head of the key, snared by Bing. Bing in transition. Euro stepping middle of the lane. And a blocking foul called on either Brennigan or Davis. And charge this. To whom? To Luke Brennigan. So his first, team's second. And Bing not in the act of shooting. So ball out of bounds to the right of the basket for a segue. Flicks it into Bing right wing. Switches it to Mapp head of the key. Mapp bounce. Well, I don't know what was happening there. Rowley was set up on the left elbow. And Bing slammed it off the ground at his feet. Ball ricochets out of bounds, back to Carson-Newman off of Benedict's 9th turnover. Pardon me, Mapp responsible for that, not Bing. 8-point lead. Eagles have scored 6 of the first 7 after halftime. Davis down the left side of the lane, gets the cup, has his shot erased by Rowley. Rowley battles with his teammate Mapp for the rebound, and Rowley wins it. Benedict accelerates front court. Segue. Zings it downstairs to the left block. Green turn and shoot Jay. No good. Air ball. Dyer the box out. His 6th rebound right block. Eagles sprint left to right. Dyer left wing. Catch and shoot 3 in transition. Back iron no. Elevation right block grabbed by Mapp with the rebound. Mapp gets it to Green running middle of the lane. His right hand leaner will fall. Count it plus a foul. Benedict makes its first shot of the second half on its 5th attempt. And Rin Dyer is quickly charged with his 3rd. And the team's 3rd. And 1 free throw coming from Green. 37-31, Eagles by 6, 17-10 to go in the second half. As Nick Brennigan gets set to check in. And now the officials change the foul from Rin Dyer to Luke Brennigan. That's big for Carson-Newman. 2nd on Brennigan instead of the 3rd on Dyer. Chuck Benson confirming with Jerry Hill that the foul was on Brennigan as the N1 free throws up and in for Green. 37-32. Eagles by 5 with 17:05 to play in the second half. Eagles front court. Brennigan, middle of the lane, hits Dyer left side. Dyer gets into the lane. He gets stripped. Now Dyer gets it back. Dyer tries to muscle up a shot. Stripped again. Trying to corral it left side of the lane, and a whistle and a foul. And now Dyer will be called for his third personal. Fourth on Carson-Newman. 37-32, Eagles by 5, and Dyer and his 12 points head to the bench. He and Tripp Davis have combined for 34, the Eagles 37. We will see in turn 2 now. Bing, left corner, fade away, 2, left it short, rebound tap to Brennigan. 2-on-3 break. Brennigan hits Davis running the left side of the lane. His shot up won't go down, but Davis draws a blocking foul on Taj Green. His first, team's first. Tripp Davis to the line. Carrying the load for Carson-Newman here today. 22 points for Tripp. 5 off his career high of 27 that he set here in Holt against Mars Hill on December 18th, 2019. Davis to the line. Couple left-hand dribbles. Now shoots the free throw, and it backspins through the cords. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, they are your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. 2-2 Tripp at the line for Tripp Davis. He has back-to-back 24-point outings, and the Eagles are ahead by 7. 39-32 with 16:30 to play in the second half. Tigers onto the offensive end. Right wing, Mapp drives inside, Euro steps to the cup, shot up, altered by Bryant Thomas. Whistle and a foul, battling for the rebound. And charge this to E.J. Bush. Bush the hold as Taj Green got around him. Second on Bush, 5th on the Eagles. And Benedict quickly heading toward the bonus. Second chance for the Tigers after the foul. Right wing, Bivens. Pump fakes a 3, slips it inside to Green, right side of the lane. Green back to the basket on Thomas. Jab step, Euros, gets around Thomas, shoots it with the right hand, and lays it in off the glass. 9 for Green. That's just his second made field goal. Tigers are within 5. 39-34 with 16 minutes to play in the second half. Eagles get it front court. Davis, right wing, and a whistle, and E.J. Bush called for an offensive foul as he was getting set to receive a pass. Tyrese Mapp hits the deck. Now that's a third on Bush, team 6th. Foul trouble quickly becoming an issue for the Eagles. Bush and Dyer each with 3, and Benedict shooting free throws the rest of the way. We've only played 4 minutes and 5 seconds in the second half. 15:55 to play, second stanza. Carson-Newman leading 39-34. We're back to Holt after these messages right here on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeingeagles.com today.
At the Cade Insurance Agency, our focus is you. The Cade Insurance Agency offers personalized protection plans to cover your auto, home, business, or life and health. At Cade Insurance, our goal is to partner with you in determining your insurance needs and to provide the best customer service. At Cade Insurance, we believe that loyalty is a quality that is earned. You are important to us. Call 865-475-3391 for a quote today, or visit CadeInsuranceAgency.com.
39-34, Carson-Newman by 5, and Benedict with the basketball, moving right to left in blue road jerseys with yellow numbers trimmed in white. Bing, left baseline with it front court for the Tigers. Slips it out to the left wing. There's a lob down low, deflected out, intended. Pass goes out of bounds for Mapp and stays with Benedict. Tripp Davis gets the left hand in, playing the role of corner to deflect it out. Another opportunity for Benedict, who is just shooting 23.7% from the field, but have knocked down 13 of 18 free throws. Head of the key 3 won't go down. And a flop called on Bing at the head of the key, taking a dive after he missed the 3. Benedict had the rebound, and that's a third personal on Timothy Bing, his second. So the officials put 20 on the clock. It should be 30. It's Carson-Newman ball in the backcourt. And now Jerry Hill Jeff Fancher and Jared Torrance convening. Should be shot clock reset to 30. Off the offensive foul. So, well, I don't understand this one. I think it's still Benedict basketball. Okay. So Benedict still with the ball. Don't understand it. Right point, Bing. Drives inside, drops it off for Mapp, turns, right-hand bunny from the block, lays it in. 39-36, Benedict within 3, 15-15 to go in the second half, unless that wasn't actually a foul on Bing and was just a warning. Davis down the left side of the lane, there's a whistle and an offensive foul on Tripp Davis as he charges through Green. Second on Davis, 7th on the Eagles, player control foul. Free throws the rest of the way for the Tigers. For Benedict, a team that has already shot 10 more free throws than Carson-Newman, can only increase that with every Eagle foul. 1-3-1 zone defense for the Eagles to start this possession. It morphs 2-3 as Benedict gets it into the right corner for a three that Bivens buries. Tie game, 39-39. Benedict has rallied to level it at 39 apiece with 14:47 to play in the second half. A 7-0 run for Benedict after the Eagles started the Sands on a 6-1 burst. Eagles looking for an answer here. Haven't made a field goal in the last 3:33. Nick Brennigan down the middle of the lane. Right-hand layup will drop. Count it, +1. Mapp was trying to draw the charge. Nick Brennigan tickles the twine with a bounce off the front of the 10. His second on Mapp. Second personal on the Tigers. And Brennigan, an and one free throw for a chance to extend a 2-point lead after the Eagles stopped a 7-0 Benedict run. Marshawn West checks in for Benedict, replacing Tyrese Mapp. Benedict with Bing, West, Bivens, Lockett, and Green on the floor. Brennigan's free throw, the younger Brennigan, is true. And a 42-39 lead in hand for the Eagles with 14:30 to play in the second half. Benedict goes for round one on this possession against the Eagles zone. Lockett drives inside, lost the handle on it. Nick Brennigan scoops it up. A bounce to Davis. The lob for Bowens off his hands, right block. Nick Brennigan tracks it down. Brennigan to his older brother Luke, left corner, and the Eagles settle into the half court. Bowens free throw line. Drives, dishes. Nick Brennigan, right corner. Catch and shoot three. Bottom. Nick Brennigan, instant offense. He's scored the last 6 all by himself. And Carson-Newman's up 45-39, 6 minutes into the second half. A 6-0 run, all from Nick Brennigan. Benedict onto the offensive end, looking to counterpunch. Bing pivots, passes Bivens, right point, three's up, and he knocks that one down. 11 for Bivens. He's the first Tiger into double figures, doubling up his season average. Came in averaging 6.3. Bivens already with 11. Stops the 6-0 Nick Brennigan run. Eagles front court. Luke Brennigan accelerating down the right side of the lane, dishing to Nick, right corner. Inside-out action to Tripp Davis, left wing. Davis curls inside, left-hand teardrop, won't fall. Bowens a tap. That's redirected. Bivens comes away with the board for the Tigers. Benedict front court. Bing drives the left side of the lane, drops it off, ball loose. Green scoops it up, loses it to Tripp Davis. 1-on-2 break. Davis gliding to the rack. He lays it in with the left hand off the window. Count it, plus a foul for Tripp. 26 for Davis. He has been dandy tonight. And the foul goes on Jerome Bivens, his second, team's third. An and one opportunity for Tripp Davis, and he can match his career high at the stripe. 47-42, Eagles up by 5 with 13-11 to play in the second half. InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, and film production services. InterDigital, laser focused on your success. Davis scans the free throw. He has matched his career high of 27, setting this gym back on December 18th, 2019 against Mars Hill. 48-42, Eagles up by 6. with 13 minutes to play in the second half, guided by Davis's 27. Green down the left side of the lane, gets inside, and teardrops one in after he rolled past Butts. 48-44. Benedict within a quartet. 12:45 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman onto the offensive end. Right wing, Brennigan left around the screen, gets to the free throw line, gets into traffic. Right-hand finger roll is strong off the heel. Bivens scoops up the rebound, and Benedict races front court. Bing rolling down the middle of the lane. Tough shot in transition, knocks it down. 11 for Bing, and a technical foul charged to Timothy Bing Jr. His fourth, team's fourth. And after a really tough shot by Timothy Bing, how you get called for a technical there after you bring your team within two. And he is receiving a chat from Benedict's coach tonight, Phil Jackson, with Artis Maddox back home in Columbia. So 2 free throws from Tripp Davis as a result. First one's up and in. 28 for Tripp, new career high. 49-46, Eagles by 3. One more free throw for Tripp. And Davis cans it. 29 for Tripp Davis, potentially a chance to become the first Eagle with a 30-point night since Malik Abraham. Pardon me, that was Bing's third personal, not his fourth. So he stays out on the floor. 50-46, Eagles leading with 12:25 to play in the second half. Tigers have gotten hot. They've made 5 straight. Brennigan feeds Bowens out of the key, switches it to Nick Brennigan right wing. Chest pass Davis left point, finds Luke Brennigan, left corner, threes up and long. Rebound snared by Green, his 8th on the right block. 50-46, lead holds at 4 for Carson-Newman. Front court, right wing, Bivens with triple. Front iron, no. Bowens elevates and takes the rebound away from West. Eagles push left to right in all white with blue numbers trimmed in orange. Davis into the left corner. Luke Brennigan, catch 3. Yes! Luke Brennigan snaps a string of 6 straight misses from deep, and the Eagles surge ahead by 7. 53-46 with 11:40 to play in the second half. Tigers onto the offensive end. Left point for Bing. Drives inside, gets down to the left block, stops his dribble. A tough shot, nearly airmailed, barely grazes the rim. Davis the rebound, gets it to Nick Brennigan. Left corner, catch and shoot 3, front of the 10, no good. Right block board by West. Benedict heads right to left. Slip a pass inside on the left block. Green, whistle, and a foul. Green got bumped and will shoot 1-1 after the third personal on Joshua Butts and the 8th team foul on the Eagles. 11:17 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 53 and Benedict 46. Eagles at 10-5. Benedict unbeaten at 3-0. Highly entertaining in this non-conference Tilton inside of Holt. Back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
11:17 to go in the second half. Carson-Newman holding a 53-46 lead over Benedict. Eagles have led by as many as 8 in this one. But Taj Green is at the stripe for the Tigers, shooting, I believe, 2. Nope, 1-1, and he earns the second by making the first. Green with 12. He had 4 at halftime. He's scored 8 here in the second half. Benedict's leading scorer averages 18 tonight. Second free throw for Green. Missed it long. Thomas seizes the board over the sack logo. And Carson-Newman's lead stays at 6. 53-47 with 11:10 to play in the second half. Eagles move it left to right. Brennigan, left baseline, backs it out left wing Bush. Skip pass right wing for Davis. Into the right corner, Dyer. Drives baseline on Bing. Slips a pass, Davis. Extra pass, Brennigan heading at a key. Catch and shoot three. Won't go down. But Bush elevates and detonates with the tip drill jam. E.J. Bush soaring above all. 55-47. Eagles up by 8. 10:43 to go in the second half. Third dunk in the last 2 games for E.J. Bush. Benedict the other way. Tough shot right side of the lane for Lockett. Won't drop off the window. Thomas the rebound. Gets it ahead to Brennigan right side. Brennigan weaves his way over the timeline and gets Carson-Newman front court. Dyer left corner. Bing sticks to him. Dyer flicks it to the head of the key for Luke Brennigan. Right around the Thomas screen. Down the right side of the lane. Inside out action. Ball deflected to the right wing. Brennigan grabs it. 12 to shoot. Brennigan left around the rub screen from Thomas. Accelerates down the middle of the lane. Drop it off Thomas right block. His shot blocked from behind by Bivens, but Bivens caught him on the arm as he landed. And that's the third personal on Bivens. And the 5th team foul on the Tigers. 2 free throws as a result for Bryant Thomas. And if he knocks down both, Carson-Newman can have its first double-digit lead of the night. 278th Armored Cavalry Regiment would like to thank Carson-Newman for its support. As a partner with Carson-Newman, the 278th ACR provides you with the opportunity to achieve your educational goals. First free throw rims out right side. It also provides you with an opportunity to earn a paycheck, obtain new skills, and qualify for assistance with college tuition. 278th ACR invites you to be a leader while serving our community, our state, and our country. Come ride with the Tennessee Cavalry. Text 278-ACR to 70000. One more free throw for Bryant Thomas. Pushes it up, and it's long off the heel. Lead stays at 8 for the Eagles, 55-47 with 10:07 to play in the second half. Benedict with it front court. West runs the point, head of the key. Right hand dribbles over to the right wing, switches with his left hand, gets it to Bing left wing. Bing, Euro step, hopping into the lane. Right hand teardrop won't go down. Roland an offensive rebound. He slings it up, banks it in, count it plus a foul. Charge this one to Ren Dyer. And that's a big 4th personal. KT Carter is saying that it should not be on Ren Dyer. Jerry Hill emphatically saying that it should be. And Dyer quickly picks up his 4th and the team's 9th. So an and-1 free throw for Raleigh to cut it down to 5, and he does. And Nick Brennigan will check in for Dyer. 55-50. Eagles by 5 with 9:52 to play in the second half. And a prize fight between 10 and 5 Carson-Newman and unbeaten Benedict here in Holt Fieldhouse. Brennigan over the timeline, center court for Carson-Newman. Moves right around the Thomas screen to the right wing, guarded tightly by West. 2 passes over to Davis left wing. Davis drives inside with the right hand, gets to the cup and gets fouled. Charge this one, I believe, to Rowley. Yes, his 3rd. Team's 6th. Eagles shooting free throws the rest of the way. Both teams shooting free throws the rest of the way. And Tripp Davis to the stripe for Carson-Newman. 55-50. Eagles leading by 5 with 9:34 to play in the second half. First free throw. Davis swirls home. 30-point night for Tripp Davis, already a career high. And the first 30-point score for the Eagles since Malik Abraham had 32 at Anderson on February 13th, 2019. One more free throw for Tripp. He sends that one in. Davis 10 of 11 at the stripe. He's got 31 to lead all scores. And the lead back to 7 for Carson-Newman. 57-50 with 9:27 to play in the second half. Benedict onto the offensive end. Lockett left wing. Right hand dribbles to the head of the key. Reverses back to the left wing. Drop it off inside. Rowley got behind his defender Thomas, and he has an uncontested dunk. Rowley with 9, 57-52. Eagles by 5. Carson-Newman works at front court. Bush, head of the key with the right hand, working on Map. Gets it to Davis left wing. Davis drives on Lockett. Euro step to the left block. Gets to the cup, and Davis glides in with the left hand lay-in. 33 for Tripp, 59-52 Eagles. Bing the other way to the left block. His shot back iron bowls in. 13 for Bing, 59-54. Eagles by 5. Punch for punch. Benedict and Carson-Newman with 8:40 to play in the second half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Brennigan left wing, draws a double team, feeds Bush left block, kicks Davis left wing. Drives inside, back out to the head of the key for Brennigan. Brennigan, some pushing and shoving. Bush gets called for an offensive foul away from the basketball on Mapp. And that is a 4th personal on E.J. Bush. 10th team foul on the Eagles. And Chuck Benson nonplussed with Benedict's flopping. Bush and Dyer each with 4. Joshua Butts with 3. Benedict, meanwhile, Bivens, Bing, and Rowley all with 3. Eagles by 5, 59-54 with 8:28 to play in the second half. Right wing, Lockett has the basketball for the Tigers. Benedict shooting 47% after halftime. Bowens, nearly a steal at the head of the key. Instead, Kamara came over and back. They say deflection. Kamara, handoff right wing for Segway. 10 to shoot. Segway forces his way inside and walks with the basketball. Dragged his pivot foot as he was hopping to the free throw line, did Segway, and Benedict turns it over for a 13th time. 59-54, Eagles by 5 with 8:06 to play in the second half. Brennigan, Bowens, Brennigan, Davis, and Thomas on the floor for Carson-Newman. Segway, Mapp, Lockett, Rowley, and Kamara for the Tigers. Nick Brennigan has it right wing. Bounce pass down to Bowens' right block. Back to the basket on Lockett. Turns left into the lane. Slips a pass to Thomas off of his hands underneath the basket. And the Eagles turn it over for a 14th time. And that brings us to a break in the action. 7:49 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 59 and Benedict 54. We return to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
I joined the Guard for the simple fact that I could be home and also in the military. So I can have a civilian job and also in the military. I would tell somebody who's trying to join the Guard or thinking about it that it's a great opportunity. Opportunities for school, training, discipline, leadership. There's a lot of opportunities. It broadens your perspective.
Text 278-ACR to 70000 to join the Tennessee Army National Guard.
59-54, Carson-Newman by 5 with 7:49 to play in the second half. It has been a high-quality basketball game here inside of Holt. 4 ties, 8 lead changes, but Carson-Newman has led for 22 of the 33 minutes played thus far. Benedict with the ball, trying to trim it to a single-possession game. They've made their last 3 shots. Mapp has it right wing, slips it to Rowley right block. Back to the basket, working on Butts, kicks it out to Mapp right wing. 9 and 8 to shoot. Skip it into the left corner for Lockett. 5 and 4. Lockett lost the handle on it. Brennigan scoops it up in the middle of the lane for Carson-Newman. 14th Tiger turnover. And the Eagles slowly work it left to right. Brennigan into the front court. Left wing. Feeds Bowens head of the key. Chest pass Brennigan left wing. Lob to Butts left block. Back to the basket. Curls into the lane. Lost the handle on it. Gets it back to Brennigan head of the key. 10 to shoot. 8. Drop it off for Butts left block. Kick Brennigan head of the key. Extra pass Nick. Right wing. 3's up. Back iron no. Long rebound up to the head of the key. Segway seizes it for the Tigers. Benedict on the hop. Camaro driving inside. Right hand. He hits it. Falling away from the middle of the lane. Count it plus a foul. 3rd personal on Luke Brennigan. 11th team foul on the Eagles. And Kamara can trim it to 2 at the stripe. 59-56. 6:47 to play in the second half. Eagles trying to protect their 5-game winning streak this season, their 6-game streak here at home. Benedict trying to stay unbeaten. Kamara's aim one free throw is long off the heel, and Butts has the box out for the rebound for Carson-Newman. Davis accelerates over the timeline right side. He's got 33 points to lead all scorers. Eagles haven't scored in 2:15. Davis, right corner. Hits Butts head of the key. Switches it to Luke Brennigan left wing. And here's a whistle and a foul away from the basketball. A hold called on Ty Segway. His first, team 7th. 1-1 free throws for the Eagles. And this sends Nick Brennigan to the line, looking to stop a 2-minute, 15-second scoring drought for the Eagles. Script has kind of flipped after halftime. Benedict has been the team to make more shots than the Eagles, but Carson-Newman has gotten to the line more frequently. First free throw for Nick Brennigan goes in. 9th make of the second half for Carson-Newman compared to 4 after halftime for Benedict. Eagles outscoring the Tigers by 1 after the halftime break. The Eagles 2:30 without a field goal. Benedict has made 4 straight. One more free throw for Nick Brennigan. Flips the second one up and barely moves the net. 8 for Nick Brennigan. 61-56, 5-point lead for the Eagles. 6:23 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman looking for a stop. Out of the key, Segway. Over to the right wing for Lockett. Lockett yo-yos the ball down the right side of the lane. He hits a runner, count it, and another and one. It's on Butts. His 4th, team's 12th. That's at least 4 and 1s this half for Benedict. And so Lockett heads to the line, trying to make it a 2-point game. Pushes the free throw up. Rattles out, no good. Bowen's the rebound. Benedict 4 of 8 from the stripe after halftime. Eagles have to break Benedict's press and do it over the right side of the timeline with Luke Brennigan. 61-58, Eagles leading, and Kamara fouls Brennigan on the perimeter. First on Kamara, 8th team foul on the Tigers. Foul trouble definitely something worth noting. 3 guys have 4 for the Eagles. Bush, Butts, and Dyer, all with 4 for Carson-Newman. Luke Brennigan has 3. Meanwhile, for Benedict, you've got Bing with 3 and Bivens with 3. Luke Brennigan at the line for Carson-Newman, trying to extend a 3-point lead. Does so by banging in the first free throw, earns the second. 62-58, Eagles by 4. 6:01 to play in the second half. Brennigan, deep breath, second free throw's up and in. 63-58, back to a 5-point lead. Eagles keeping Benedict at arm's length by making free throws in spite of not hitting a shot over the last 3 minutes. Kamara, right corner, goes to the right wing for Segway. Segway out to the head of the key, around to the left wing for Lockett. Lockett, crossover on Bowen, gets to the baseline, shot up from 15, left it long, and the rebound on the right block by Nick Brennigan. First stop for the Eagles in Benedict's last 6 trips up the floor. 63-58, Eagles holding on with 5:30 to play in the second half. Brennigan, right wing, gets it to Thomas, head of the key. Thomas looking for a pass, does find one in Davis on the left wing, 10 to shoot. Davis accelerating to the left baseline, and a whistle and a foul. Charge this to whom? It's on Segway. His second, team's 9th, 1-and-1 situation for Tripp Davis. So back to the line for Carson-Newman. And Tripp Davis, a career-high 33 tonight for Tripp Davis. He has been absolutely electric, throwing down his second career dunk and paving the way for the first 30-point game for an Eagle since 2019 and Malik Abraham. Front end of the 1-and-1, Davis rattles home. He's got 34. You wonder, is 40 possible? Chance to become the 5th Eagle all-time with a 40-point game, joining potentially Charles Clark, Ish Sanders, Mike Ogan, and the Swish doctor, Chris Jones. Still a bit away, but sitting on 34 for Tripp Davis. Davis, second free throw. Smooth as silk. 12 of 13 at the stripe. Lead out to 7 for the Eagles. Carson-Newman extending the lead in spite of not making a shot over the last 3:42. 65-58 with 5:09 to play in the second half. Green has it right wing for the Tigers. Eagles spread out that 2-3 zone. Bing, left wing, lost the handle on it. Now takes an off-balance leaner from the left elbow, and he just tossed it in. Bing with 15 to lead the Tigers, and that one of the highest difficulty. 65-60 with 4:50 to play in the second half. Eagles break Benedict's press, and Bowens an offensive foul called on Luke Brennigan as he was taking the ball from Tyler Bowens. I have no clue what he did, and that's his fourth. Team's 13th. 4:42 to play in the second half. As Brennigan, the fourth Eagle with 4 fouls. Eagles up 65-60, 4:37 to play in the second half. Bivens, left point, open look at a deep three, missed it long, rebound free to the head of the key where Luke Brennigan corrals it for Carson-Newman. Brennigan extends his left hand as he dribbles with his right over the timeline saying, hey, let's pump the brakes. Eagles up by 5. They haven't made a shot in the last 4:30, but have gotten to the free throw line plenty. Bowens, right baseline, gets into the paint, kicks it left corner. Nick Brennigan, catch and shoot 3. Yes! Nick Brennigan has his first career double-digit performance, and the Eagles have matched their biggest lead of the night. 68-60 at the 4-minute mark, second stanza. Tigers onto the offensive end. Between the rings, it's Bing who handles. Gets it to Mapp left block. Mapp leans up with the right hand and makes the tough shot again in traffic. 68-62, Tigers within 6. 3:42 to play in the second half. Brennigan over the timeline, center court. Extends a left fist into the air to get a screen from Bryant Thomas. Moves right around it to the right side of the lane. Finds Bowens head of the key. Round to Davis left wing. Davis in his game-high 35 for Thomas right point. Back to Nick Brennigan right wing. NBA range, catch 3, splash! 14 for the younger Brennigan brother. Lead is 9, biggest of the night for the Eagles. 71-62 with 3:14 to go in the second half. Tigers the other way. Bing chucks one up. It won't go, and Davis taps it out of bounds. Stays with Benedict after this break. 3:10 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 71, Benedict 62. The younger Brennigan brother doing work. He's got Carson-Newman up by 9. And we're back to hold after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials from pens to phone chargers are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeingeagles.com today.
Okay, let's see. Carson-Newman University. It's been around since 1851. A beautiful campus, amazing student life, world-class accredited academics, competitive athletic programs, a Christian perspective, a top 10 best value school. They give $48 million in financial aid every year, and I get a free scholarship when I enroll. Looks like I've found the perfect place.
3:10 to play in the second half. 71-62. Eagles up by 9 on unbeaten Benedict. Benedict ball out of the break. And a whistle. What is this? A technical on Bing, and he has been ejected. That is a technical foul on Timothy Bing Jr., and Bing will be ejected from this game. 2 technical fouls assessed to Timothy Bing Jr., and he has been a load carrier for Benedict after halftime. So Bing will have to leave the floor and head to the locker room. Bing done. And so Benedict had possession of the ball. It gives it back to Carson-Newman. And now the Eagles have a pair of free throws and a chance to grab their first double-digit lead of the night. That is the opposite of the play that you want to see from your senior guard as Brennigan rattles the first free throw in. 10-point lead, first double-digit lead of the night for Carson-Newman. Brennigan, 2-of-2 trip, Eagles up by 11. 6th straight game that Carson-Newman has held a double-digit lead at some point, and a 9th out of the last 10. And I believe Benedict will maintain possession of the ball based on the class of technical that was called on Bing. Bing had sneaked his way back onto the bench. The officials are blowing the whistle. Bing has gone to grab, I think, some of his personal belongings from the bench, and that is the reason for the holdup. But Jerry Hill holding things up, making sure that Bing has exited the floor. So Segway will inbound, triggers into Map all the way at the timeline. Tigers down 11. Right corner, Lockett. Curls into the lane, slips it off right block. Layup up and blocked from behind by Bryant Thomas off the green attempt. Brennigan comes away with the rebound, and he walks it over the timeline left side for Carson-Newman. Eagles getting the job done here down the stretch run. Left corner, Ren Dyer with the basketball. Right hand handles, finds Thomas head of the key. Chest pass, Tripp Davis right wing. Davis yo-yoing the ball on Map, stops his dribble, 7 to shoot. Finds Thomas right block, turns into the lane, gets into Map, lost the handle on it. Shot clock reset. Davis right side of the lane, shot block, backs it out. And now one of the officials is going to say shot clock violation. Shot clock reset, thinking it was going to be a turnover when there was no change of possession. Officials notice and call the shot clock violation on Carson-Newman. Heady work by this officiating crew to notice that. That is the right call. 2:23 to play second half, 73-62. Eagles by 11. Benedict basketball with it front court. Right side of the lane, Green has it. Leading scorer has his back to the basket. Feeds a cutting Map. Pirouettes through the middle of the lane, gets punched out of his grasp, and Thomas comes away with it on the right block. Gets it up the left sideline to Brennigan. He stops his dribble, loops it to Davis, who brings it over the right side of the timeline. Eagles spread it out. 17 to shoot, minute 55 to play, leading by 11. Brennigan, left wing, feeds Bush head of the key. Couple right-handed dribbles, 10 to shoot. Around to Brennigan, left wing. Right around the Bush screen. Screen and roll with Bush through the middle of the lane. Kick out Davis, right corner, catch and shoot three. All cotton from Tripp Davis. He's got 38. The lead is 14 for the Eagles, 76-62. Bivens the other way. His three's off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds off of Bryant Thomas, and it stays with Benedict. An 8-0 run for Carson-Newman over the last $1.54, while Benedict hasn't scored in 2:18. 89 seconds left. Eagles 89 seconds away from extending their win streak out to 6 straight, trying to stop Benedict's unbeaten season. And Benedict, I think, has Ty Segway a little shaken up, and the officiating crew giving him 30 seconds to get himself sorted out, unless he has to come out of the game, and he does. So Segway inbounds to the left block for Bivens, leans into Thomas, and lays it in off the glass. 76-64, Eagles by 12. That halts Carson-Newman's 8-0 run. 78 seconds left as the Eagles get it front court. Dyer feeds Davis on the right wing, and Davis fouled by Green. And this will send Davis to the free throw line. Second personal on Green, 10th team foul on Benedict. And Davis, an opportunity to become the 5th player all time in Carson-Newman history with a 40-point game. He's got 2 free throws. Davis sitting on 38 tonight. He has been sublime and silky smooth. 76-64, Eagles by 12. Davis's first free throw is up, and he barely moves the cords. 77-64, Eagles by 13. An exceptional job down the stretch run for Carson-Newman. Bivens and the Eagle bench clapping at one another. Second Davis free throw is in. 5th guy in Carson-Newman history with a 40-point game. Charles Clark, Ish Sanders, Chris Jones, Mike Ogan, and now Tripp Davis, 40-point scorers in Carson-Newman men's basketball history. Right elbow, Lockett shoots from 16, missed it. A dunk attempt, tip from Map won't go down. Thomas the rebound, and the Eagles bring it front court up by 14. Dyer fouled as he crosses the timeline. He heads to the stripe after Bivens picks up his 4th and the team's 11th. Well, Carson-Newman at the half only shot 4 free throws. Benedict +7 at the free throw line. Second half, Eagles have gotten to the line 20 times, made 18 of them. Free throws carrying the day for Carson-Newman as Dyer smoothly buries the first free throw. 79-64, 15-point lead is Carson-Newman's largest. Second free throw. Dyer rattles it in. The lead up to 16 for Carson-Newman. Probably not this close, but the Eagles have done the job here in the stretch run. A 12-2 run for Carson-Newman. Left corner. Lockett a three. Airballed it. Offensive rebound by Mapp. Lost it in the corner. Regathers it in. Lowers the shoulder on Bryant Thomas. And somehow that's a blocking foul. Third personal on Thomas. 14th team foul on Carson-Newman. And it sends Mapp to the line to shoot two. Carson-Newman has done an exceptional job managing foul trouble today. 4 players, each with 4 personals. Bush, Brennigan, Dyer, and Butts. None of them have fouled out. 43 seconds left. Eagles up by 16. And Mapp to the line for Benedict. Missed it, front of the 10. One more free throw. And he rolls it home. 80-65. Eagles up by 15 with 42 seconds left. Full court pressure on for Benedict, and Davis fouled in the backcourt by Ty Segway. His third, team's 12. And 2 free throws here for Tripp Davis. Well, he's probably not going to catch Ish Sanders or Charles Clark, but depending on how the game settles in, Davis potentially could put together the 3rd highest scoring contest in Carson-Newman men's basketball history as he's calmly knocking down the first free throw. 15 of 16 at the stripe and 41 points. Ogun had 42. Chris Jones had 44. And Tripp Davis sitting on 41 right now. Second one's in. 42 for Tripp Davis. Sublime efforts as Davis goes for a steal in the backcourt. 82-65, Eagles leading. Benedict on to the offensive end. Mapp, left baseline drive, gets the cup, and has his shot blocked by Dyer, who clipped him with the body. And Dyer will exit with his 5th, and the 15th foul on Carson-Newman of the half. Ren Dyer finishes with 14 points and 6 rebounds in a foul-plagued 24 minutes. So Mapp at the line as he shorts the first free throw. One more free throw. And he knocks it down. 82-66, Eagles by 16 with 27.8 seconds left. Brennigan in the backcourt, held and fouled by Mapp. That's his 3rd. Team's 13th. Let's march 75 feet the other way and continue the free throw shooting parade. Well, Tripp Davis has scored just a little more than half of Carson-Newman's points. Nick Brennigan has had a night himself, 14 points off the bench for a career high. Make it 15 as he calmly buries the first free throw. One more free throw for Nick Brennigan. Chance to stretch the lead to 18. And he does. Carson-Newman has done exceptionally well in winning time. This was a 5-point game at the under 8 media timeout. Eagles winning the day late. Layup up, blocked by Bryant Thomas. Offensive rebound by Mapp. Kicks it into the left corner for a Segway 3. That's in and out, no good. The rebound snared by Tripp Davis, and he's fouled by Mapp with 7.7 seconds left. That's the 4th on Mapp. And now Tripp Davis to the line and a chance to tie Chris Jones for the 3rd highest scoring game in Carson-Newman men's basketball history. That one's a gift from Mapp. Eagles were probably just going to dribble out the moments in this one. Now Davis to the stripe. Bends the knees, flips up the first free throw, and calmly knocks it down. 43 for Tripp Davis. 4th highest scoring game in Carson-Newman men's basketball history. A chance to tie for the 3rd with the 2nd free throw. Davis pushes it up, no pressure, knocks it down. 44 for Tripp Davis. Eagles are up by 20 as Benedict brings it front court with 3 seconds left to dribble out the final moments in this one. Buzzer and ball game. Carson-Newman prevails by a final score of 86-66. Eagles get the job done. Pardon me, Benedict and Mapp did make a last-second three, so the final score at 17 as Carson-Newman outscores the Tigers 27-18 down the stretch run to win it running away. Eagles improve 7-5 on the year, while Benedict is handed its first loss. The Tigers drop to 3-1. Domino's post-game report heads your way in a moment. Be back to wrap things up after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We've got a quality contractor network, easy financing, and ANC inspects every job to assure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aecoop.org for application, contractor list, and more details. AEC, we're power with purpose.
86-69, Carson-Newman wins its sixth straight game by double digits, and it's ninth out of the last 10. Eagles, their longest win streak since the 17-18 season. We'll be back to talk about it on the Domino's postgame report after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser-focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Grab a slide. Our coverage of CN Hoops continues with the Domino's postgame report on the Eagle Sports Network.
Since 1916, a lot of independent agents have recommended auto owner's insurance, and a lot of parents have taken that recommendation to heart. So have a lot of their children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. As we celebrate our first 100 years, Auto Owners Insurance thanks all those who have put their trust in us, and all the generations who will.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's postgame report on the Eagle Sports Network. Stats, a conversation with Chuck Benson, and socially distanced player interviews are all headed your way. Today's game is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. We're power with purpose. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that service built. By the Carson-Newman Chick-fil-A, Jefferson City eats more chicken. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By the Kate Insurance Agency, insuring your future since 1959. By the Tennessee National Guard, a generation of volunteers. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Now, back to the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Well, Tripp Davis with a performance for the record books to power Carson-Newman in an 86-69 win over the Benedict Tigers. Eagles win their 6th straight to improve to 11-5 on the season, while Benedict handed its first loss. The Tigers drop to 3-1. Let's unpack some things. First and foremost, my apologies to W.A. Wright. I left him off the list of 40-point scorers. He had 40 on January 20th, 1968 against Georgia Southern. So Tripp Davis with the 6th 40-point game in Carson-Newman men's basketball history. He ties Chris Jones and Mike Ogan with 44, third most in a single game all time. Only 2 in front of him, Charles Clark, that 54-point game against Coker in 2017, and Ish Sanders, the 51 against Mars Hill in 2011. Davis was efficient and effective, and he buries the second most free throws in a single game in school history. Davis, 12 of 19 from the field. He went 2 of 4 from long range and 18 of 19 at the charity stripe. The 18 free throws made, second most in school history to Chris Jones, who had 21 in 1962 against Tusculum. Another day where the Eagles absolutely dominate, running away with it. This was a tight one, 5-point game with 7:49 to play, and the Eagles outscore the Tigers 27-15 down the stretch run over those final 8 minutes to blow open a tight one and win it running away by a final score of 86-69. Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson on the Domino's post-game report. Chuck, another contest where you go punch for punch with an opponent and deliver a haymaker in the final 8 minutes. We'll talk about the team before we get to the individual efforts. How about, yet again, your team in crunch time getting the job done and getting the job done in a major way?
Well, we knew this was going to be a battle. That was an undefeated team. They were sitting, I think, tied for first in the SIAC, which this particular season is in our region. So we put this game on the schedule late as a way to sort of maybe have an opportunity to not only get better, but have an opportunity to make a statement. And I think the statement was made. And in response to your question, the separation there, because it was nip and tuck, man. They were tough, man. They were tough. They were competitive. But there was a stretch there when I think sort of a Nick Brennigan sort of took off and got us with the help. I think Tyler Bones was involved in some of that, sharing the ball and facilitating offense. And we just, our young guys stepped up at a critical time. And then throughout all of that, you still had guys like Tripp Davis just doing work. So it was a great finishing that last 8 minutes.
You bring up Tripp Davis, tied with Mike Ogan and Chris Jones, third highest scoring game in school history, sixth 40-point game in school history, 44 points on the night, 18 made free throws, second most in a single game in school history. What did you see for a guy, your oldest Eagle, on a day's rest, doing this in a very rough and tumble affair against Benedict?
Well, I mean, his performance speaks for itself, and you and I have been here long enough to see some, I know in my time here, some of the greatest performances in the history of this school and the history of this conference have been put on in this gym by Ish Sanders, Charlie Clark. But you know, Tripp Davis is right there in that conversation now. And the truth of the matter is, if he doesn't step up and score the ball like he does tonight, we do not win this game. So, and that's not to say that other guys didn't add value, but what Tripp did tonight, like you said, I mean, it's out of this world, man.
Kind of odd to see from this year's team. This year's team has been very balanced. You kind of never know who's going to step up, but you can count on a few guys to go punch for punch. Tonight, yes, you got Rindire with 14 and Nick Brennan getting with a career-high 16, but tonight it was a one-man show.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's not to take anything away from the other guys, but you could tell like he was feeling it. Our guys knew he was feeling it. The bench knew that he was feeling it, and he was given a lot of space and room to operate. And yeah, I mean, we needed that. I thought they did a good job. I thought Benedict did a good job of sort of trying to take away our interior. We didn't get as many clean shots at the basket, and so. On post feeds, that is, but we still got there with Tripp attacking the rim, and then we still shared the ball the second half, man, to find some nice, clean-looking threes. I mean, we did not shoot the three ball well at all the first half. The second half we did, but a lot of that was on the inside out, with the penetrate kick, post-touch kick, and it worked out for us.
Yeah, you bring that up. A season low, 28 points in the paint.
Yeah.
You talk about not necessarily winning ugly. A 17-point win over an unbeaten team is something to be very pleased about, but you didn't win the way that you typically win.
Well, sometimes you have to win another way, and our defense was still sound, which has really been like I guess our cornerstone of the success we've been fortunate enough to have this year. But there has been, offensively speaking, more of an inside out, and we still got some inside out. It just wasn't hit EJ, hit BT, hit Butts, hit Bolins, and them chip in their point. Today was more drive it in there or throw it in there and then kick it out. So we got it. It was just a different way to go about it.
Really faced a good bit of adversity to fight through, too. 4 guys with 4 fouls. Rindire fouls out. Had some rotations with guys that frequently play but often not together. What did you see out of your team weathering that storm?
Well, they were the most aggressive driving team we've faced this year, and not only did they drive it aggressively and they got to the line, but they made some Hail Mary type shots that could break a team's resolve, but it didn't break ours. Our guys we got some pretty tough-minded guys, and they were not going to just drift off. Our guys were committed, and we were going to make them have to keep on proving that they could do what they had been doing which was with the attack off the bounce. But yeah, the foul situation was not what I would have expected, but I also did not expect the kind of aggressive, fast, quick, powerful drives we saw.
How much did the foul situation impact the rebounding in this one, or did it? Dead even, by the way, you out-rebounded them by one, a very good rebounding team.
I'm not so sure that it really impacted, because I thought they were really good, really aggressive to get boards, and even when we had sort of our starting front line in there, we were still struggling to keep them off the glass. So, did they have more opportunities? They did have more opportunities to rebound the ball because of our defense on first shots. We were doing a great job and impacting their makes and misses, but. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it would have made a difference or not. I don't think it would, honestly.
Turn your attention with another tight turnaround. 48 hours of rest before you welcome in Mars Hill Wednesday. Part of a series of back-to-back games with the Lions. Wednesday here, Thursday you head on the road to Stanford Arena. How do you build on a 6th straight win against high-quality competition out of the SIAC?
Well, we got to get healthy. This was a really physically taxing game, and so we got to get sort of fresh tomorrow and let tomorrow be recovery day. Then we turn around, got Mars Hill, welcoming them in here, and of course it's a conference game, and we've struggled with them the last couple of years. So we're going to have to get our minds right and come out here and perform at a high level if we want to continue to try to give ourselves the best chance to win games.
All right, Chuck. Pleasure as always. Congrats on a high-quality 17-point win over Benedict.
Thanks, Kev.
That's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Hey, Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles, so when you're hungry, Reach for Domino's. Whether you're a student looking for a late-night snack or just out to eat with your coworkers, Domino's has a deal for you. Get a large one-topping pizza for $5.99 with your Carson-Newman ID, or get 25% off your entire order when you bring in your business card at lunch. Domino's, it is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Time now for our AEC electrifying play of the game. It has to go to Tripp Davis, second career dunk in the first half for Carson-Newman.
His pass across the perimeter, stolen by Davis. Davis racing to the rim, and he throws it down with the left hand. Second career dunk for Tripp Davis.
That is our AEC electrifying play of the game. Make the right call for energy efficiency and score big savings today. Contact AEC. They are your trusted energy partner. Powering the Carson-Newman Eagles, Mossy Creek, and your life. AEC, after all, you're not just a utility customer. You are a co-op member. Adam Cavalier alongside senior guard Tripp Davis. Tripp, the old man game, strong today. 48 hours rest is all you need to score 44 points. Third most in a single game in school history, 18 made free throws, second most in school history. You're the oldest one on the floor for Carson-Newman. Didn't look like it tonight. How about the efforts to really carry Carson-Newman to a 17-point non-conference win?
Just being aggressive, keeping that go mindset. Credit to them, though. But overall, we don't think they were a good transition defense team. So I feel like I tried to get as many points in transition as I could.
Really did feel like a game that favored your style, 13 fast break points. Just when did you get the sense of how up and down it was going to be and that you could take advantage of it?
Well, honestly, I was tired. If we're being honest, I was tired. But just having the confidence to know I can make those plays and my teammates trusting in me, give me the ball, and just let me run with it.
What does it mean to you to etch yourself in the annals of all-time great single-game performances with the third highest scoring game in school history?
It means a lot. But overall, I'm just happy we got the win. I just did not want to lose. In my mind, I'm thinking whole game, we can't lose. So I feel like that just fueled me to go.
This was yet another game, very similar to Catawba on Saturday. Tight, neck and neck for much of the contest. You're ahead by 5 with 7:49 to play before you double them up down the stretch run. What is it about this team when it gets to crunch time that you're able to deliver knockout blows and haymakers like you did yet again here today?
We just try to put a good defensive effort together, and our free throws. Free throws is big. We work on those all the time. So I feel like late we were able to knock them down, and I feel like that separated the game.
This was a contest. You talk about the free throw shooting. You only took 4. Or made 4 in the first half as a team.
That's crazy.
26 of 28 after halftime.
That's crazy.
Was there a message to, hey, get inside, get to the line with the way this game was being played?
I mean, personally, no, but I feel like we knew what we had to do, and that was get out in transition and run because we were going to be able to do what we did. What we shoot, 28?
You shot 34 and made
34?
30.
Oh, yeah, so we knew that we had to get out in transition and just run.
Turn your attention, another quick turnaround. You play Mars Hill on Wednesday. How do you put this one behind you with, again, 48 hours between games and get ready for a Lions team that has had Carson-Newman's number here of late?
We're just going to try to get some rest, put this one behind us, like you said, get ready for Mars Hill.
All right, Tripp, thanks for the time. Congrats on joining the 40-point club at Carson-Newman.
Appreciate you, Cal. Appreciate you.
That is senior guard Tripp Davis. The Eagle Sports Network invites you to stop by the official restaurant of Carson-Newman Athletics. That's Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa serves the best home-cooked meals that the Lakeway region has to offer. Start your day with their $2.99 breakfast specials and finish it with one of Lisa's juicy, fresh, never-frozen steaks. Eat at Lisa's after the game on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. Lisa's Country Kitchen. It is the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Nick Brennigan to the table after Carson-Newman's 86-69 win over Benedict. Nick, career high, 16, 3 of 5 from range, a perfect 5 of 5 at the free throw line on a day where it was a one-man show. You stepped up in the second half and had a 6-0 run after Benedict got within 1. What was your mindset looking for those threes to create some separation late?
Well, my coaches and teammates always tell me that just shoot the ball whenever you get a chance. Like BT, we always joke about it. Even if I don't have the ball, shoot it. So he's just always all my teammates and coaches are so supportive and always encouraging me to shoot the ball.
The inside-out action wasn't what it typically was today, and yet this team finds a way to make 7 threes in the second half. How proud are you of the ability to adjust to find those long-distance dedications against an athletic and long Benedict?
Yeah, I mean, we stuck out and tried to find different ways. The inside-out wasn't working, so we just had to adapt, change, and find ways to get to our shots and ultimately make them.
Obviously, your first season here at Carson-Newman, and this team, with a bunch of freshmen on the floor, has found a way late to really close out games in strong fashion. What sense do you get on the floor when those things are happening in real time and you yourself are delivering a couple of haymakers here today?
Yeah, we just stay locked in, stay focused to our game plan, and just really just trusting each other, trusting everybody around us, and then ultimately just trying to get the win.
Tripp Davis goes for 44. What sense do you guys have as teammates that he's out there doing something special as it's happening?
I mean, it was insane. We were all just, towards the end of the game, we were all just talking about, and he's going off right now. He must have high 30s, 40 points, and we're just all so excited for him, and he dominated the game today. Turn
your attention to Mars Hill on Wednesday. Another tight turnaround, third game in 5 days for Carson-Newman. How do you build on this one without a lot of downtime?
Yep, just watch the film tonight, tomorrow, learn from our mistakes, and get ready for Mars Hill on Wednesday.
All right, Nick, thanks for the time. Congrats
you,
on a career high and a W.
Thank you.
That is freshman guard Nick Brennigan. We'll take you around the rest of the league. Shop Scene, or the Domino's postgame report wraps up after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
If you're looking for official Eagle merchandise, look no further than the Carson-Newman Bookstore. With a large selection of Carson-Newman gifts and apparel, you're sure to find something to please the entire family. From stuffed eagles to towel sets, sweatshirts, shorts, hats, and slippers, we literally have you covered from head to toe. We have just the item you're looking for no matter what the season. So whether you're an Eagle student, parent, alumni, or fan, shop us for everything orange and blue. Call 865-471-3539 for more information and store hours. We'll see you at the Carson-Newman Bookstore.
Miss out on tonight's postgame interviews? Check cneagles.com for stats, recaps, and videos from tonight's games. We close out the Domino's postgame report in 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
I joined the Guard for the simple fact that I could be home and also in the military. So I can have a civilian job and also in the military.
Fire!
I would tell somebody who's trying to join the Guard, or thinking about it, that it's a great opportunity. Opportunities for school, training, discipline, leadership. There's a lot of opportunities. It broadens your perspective.
Text 278-ACR to 70000 to join the Tennessee Army National Guard. At the Cate Insurance Agency, our focus is you. The Cate Insurance Agency offers personalized protection plans to cover your auto, home, business, or life and health. At Cate Insurance, our goal is to partner with you in determining your insurance needs and to provide the best customer service. At Cate Insurance, we believe that loyalty is a quality that is earned. You are important to us. Call 865-475-3391 for a quote today or visit CateInsuranceAgency.com.
Carson-Newman gets the job done over Benedict, 86-69. Eagles improve to 11-5 on the year, while Benedict is handed its first loss and drops to 3-1. Slew of action around the South Atlantic Conference this evening. It's Queens who thumps Anderson on the road, 86-71. 260. Royals shoot 53% from the field, get 17 points from A.J. McKee and 16 from Jamari Smith to guide the Royals to the big 26-point win over the Trojans. That was a tight one in Curry Arena. Queens doesn't let it be tight in the second meeting this season to sweep the season series. Newberry, coming off of that enormous win at Eliezer Arena over Lincoln Memorial, is taking on a Catawba College team that has dropped 4 straight, and it's the Indians who are up 37-36 at the end of the first half. Marcus Burwell has 15 points to lead Catawba, while Quandavian McCollum has 16 points and 8 rebounds at the halftime break for Newberry. But Catawba shooting 50% from the field, and the Wolves just 33%. One other game on the men's side that has gone final. It is Lenore Rhine that staves off Carson-Newman's next opponent, Mars Hill, 71-65. Austin Gilliard leads the way for the Lions with 19 points, albeit an inefficient 19, 7 of 17 from the field and 4 of 11 from 3. Lenore Rhine gets 18 out of the big man, Cooper Fowler, 6 of 10 from the field and 3 of 7 from long range to beat the Lions 71-65. Carson-Newman women won earlier today. Lady Eagles rally from a 14-point deficit behind Braylon Weichel's first career double-double to win 71-66 over the Coker Cobras at the Deloach Center. We're back on the air on Wednesday, and what a busy day that is. A grand total of 4 broadcasts on the Eagle Sports Network. It starts at, 5 on the Eagle Sports Network. It starts at noon with a softball doubleheader. Eagles open the season against the King Tornado. We continue at 2 p.m. over at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Carson-Newman taking on Lee and the Flames' 9-game win streak. And then the night finishes out on the air on the Mountain 106.3 on the Eagle Sports Network. Carson-Newman basketball with a doubleheader against Mars Hill. 5:30 the tip-off for the women, 5:15 the airtime. You're inside a Holt Fieldhouse. The men's game will follow the women's game here on the Eagle Sports Network. For Skip Roberts back inside of network control, thank you for joining us here on this Monday night. The final score from Holt Fieldhouse, 86-69. Our broadcast crew, Kennard Larabeau, our director, Danielle Whaley, our replay operator, Daniel Parker, Caitlin Denton, Danny Wizorek, and Zachary Tellup were our camera operators tonight. For our entire cast and crew, I'm Adam Cavalier. Thanks for joining us. The final score from Holt, it's Carson-Newman 86 and Benedict 69. We'll talk to you on Wednesday. Until then, have a pleasant rest of your Monday. Good night, everybody.
You've been listening to the Domino's postgame report on the Eagle Sports Network. Today's game has been brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. We're power with purpose. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that service built. By the Carson-Newman Chick-fil-A, Jefferson City eats more chicken. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By the Kate Insurance Agency, insuring your future since 1959. By the Tennessee National Guard, a generation of volunteers. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. The executive producer of the Eagles Sports Network is Matt Pope. Producers Adam Cavalier, Michael Watrang, Danielle Whaley, Richard Martin, and Brian White. I'm staff announcer Carl Shannon. A special thanks to Carson-Newman and University President Dr. Charles A. Fowler. Stay tuned to these stations for information on our next presentation of Carson-Newman basketball. In the meantime, visit cneagles.com for recaps, highlights, and interviews from today's game. This is the Eagle Sports Network.